Good morning. Good afternoon. I'm in X-Plane. It's happening again. I said I'd do it. I'm doing it. Bird tour is postponed until tomorrow because the stupid bird can't make it today, so feels wrong to do the tour without the dude that made it, so we're gonna do that tomorrow at 1 p.m., which is an hour from now, but tomorrow. 25 hours from now. Why is this guy invisible? He's taking off and his plane's completely invisible. Interesting. Alright, I got the Zibo 737 mod installed. This one's supposed to be the best. I did try it the other day and it had lots of auto throttle problems, so on final and in cruise, so we'll see if I get that again today. It could be that I had an old version installed, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out. X camera created a new profile. What? I literally already... What the heck? I've configured it for days. Wait, why doesn't it work? Oh no. Okay, I'm back in the plane. Did it delete my profile? Oh god. Brother,
Brother, what's that?
Oh nice, it deleted my entire profile. Good job,
about?
X-Plane. What? Restore? Where's my profile that I built for like 2 days? Where is it? Oh my god, it... What the heck? Whoa, what the... Okay, I don't... Alright, nice. It just... Where am I? Oh god. The camera system in X-Plane is so bad. Every time I play X-Plane. There we go. Yep, perfect.
What the is this piece of...
What's up, Impulse? Steel Balls? Arjekin? What's up, Shooter? X-Plane on a Saturday? Yeah. Well, Bird isn't around, so we'll do the Bird tour tomorrow. I thought I'd do the couple flights in this. See what all the hype is about, but oh my god, X camera. I don't understand. I literally spent so long setting this up and it's just gone. What? It just deleted my profile? Like what? What? New aircraft camera file? I don't understand. Import from backup? No backups. Okay. God. See, this is one thing I think we take for granted with Microsoft Flight Sim is how good the camera system is. And how easy it is to use it. Well, I didn't expect this to happen, but it decided to, I guess it decided to delete all the work I did on my camera. So that's great. Good start. Now what? I have to redo the whole thing, I guess. This is so frustrating. Okay. All right. I mean, so many of these options are so cryptic too. You have no idea what's happening. How do I do this? Pilot view. Okay. Make a new camera. I did all of this work like over the last several days and it's just all gone. So it's very frustrating. You gotta love it. Okay, so we need an overhead camera. Let's set one here. Okay. Sorry, this is really annoying. All right, so that's in the middle. And this is... What? Oh, God. X-Plane. X-camera. Overhead. Overhead. Why is it not saving the position? I'm on the overhead camera. Retain mouse look position. No, no, it didn't. It didn't retain my mouse look position. Okay. English is hard. Save camera. Okay. Overhead, and now this is camera 2. Okay, let's make camera 3. Make one for the MCP. Okay. Camera, new, camera 3. MCP. Save camera. Okay. CDU. Camera, new. CDU. Camera 4. Save. Camera 3, save. Okay, EFB. Camera. New camera. Save. Enable camera access. Okay. Luckily, I spent so much time with this, I kind of slightly understand how to use it. Okay. Excellent. Let's just name this all cameras. Save, and let me make some outside. Make our wing views. At least, unlike Microsoft, you can just fly through the entire plane with the cameras. There's no, like, collision. Alright, so that should be fine. I'll just make one for each side right now. Right wing behind. Okay, and then camera new. Left wing behind. And I'll save this as camera 11 and 12 maybe. This is a right. This will be 12. Left wing will be 11. Save all cameras. You can turn on a smooth transition like this. Okay. And let me change some settings here. Keyboard, I need SRSX camera position. 11 will be this, I guess. Memorize cockpit location. Sure, that's fine. 11, 12, 13, 14. What the heck? Oh my god. Alt 1 and Control Alt 1 are apparently different shortcuts. Really, guys? Or when you hit Control Alt 1, it triggers Alt 1 as well. Yikes. I'm a full-time QA flight simmer, apparently. This is what I do. Okay, 1, 2. We'll use Control, I guess, for the externals. Alright, there we go. Nope, that wasn't the problem. What is it doing? What? Go to camera 11. It goes to camera 11 and then it moves to camera 3. What? No, I don't want that used there. MCP. How do I un... Oh, God. Okay, okay. No, now it's doing it again. When I go to camera 12, it moves me to camera 11. Development's hard, guys. Development is hard. X camera seems more complicated than default. The problem is, I want to be able to use my thumbstick to do this, and you can't do it in X-Plane with an analog thumbstick without the plugin. So if I want to be able to do this, I have to deal with X camera, unfortunately. If you try to bind this natively, as soon as you move left, it snaps back to center every single time when you let go of the stick, which is really stupid. And there's no option to make it not do that. So it's basically worthless. Every time I move to camera 12, it moves back to camera 11. I don't understand. It just deleted camera 3 and 4 and 5. Okay. Why are those not working now? This is so bad. Where did my camera 4 go? It's just gone. Look, CDU doesn't look at CS. Why is CDU not working? MCP and CDU now don't work anymore. What is wrong with programmers, man? I swear. Do they use their own software? Nobody knows. This is making me rage instantly. I've been on like 5 minutes, and this plugin is so annoying.
But no, you just had to blow it up. You. Okay,
are you gonna remember my camera that I just set now? Now let me reset the CDU camera again, I guess. Okay, let's just set this one for the second time and see if it just randomly forgets it. Okay, now it's working. Wait, I forgot the EFB camera. Now camera 5 doesn't work. Okay, let's try to set camera 5 again. I can't use the default X-Plane camera system because it's so bad that I can't simply bind it to use my thumbstick to look left and right and not have it snap back to the middle. Sometimes I wonder if people ever use anything that they make, because I use it and then instantly I know there's a problem. It's just like, it's crazy. Wait, why is this working now? Okay, it unbinded it from 5. Why? Oh, God. Did I unbind it from 5 since I said it? No, I didn't. Look, I go to camera 11 and 12 with the shortcuts. It goes back to camera 5. Oh, God. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know why it's so difficult for it to use the shortcuts to go to these. I guess I have to go look at my shortcuts again. Control 1. Oh my God, that's why. Momentarily. Okay. Engine starter 6. Momentarily selects. That's the problem. Airport camera, previous camera, camera ID. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now let's see. Did it forget all my other cameras? All right, seems okay. Seems okay. Can I fly the airplane now? Are you gonna delete all my preferences the next time I start the game? Oh, create backup. Sure, create a backup. Thank you. Oh man, okay. I'm doing it, I think. And this is pilot view. Okay, I think we're good. Holy crap. Can I play the game now? Please. Can I play the video game? All right. I got my Simbri flight plan going. I got Volanta going. And I also installed that Plane Pals thing so we can have multiplayer, although it's not really disable temporary positioning. Why do I have to... Shouldn't the defaults be the sensible defaults that most people want on, which make it act like you would expect it to act? Disable temporary positioning for each camera? Why would this be on by default? What the heck? Set this option to have the camera restored to its last saved position. What does that mean? If you move off it? What does that even mean? God, why is it? Can we write it in English, please? Have the camera restored. So what that means is if you move off the camera, I don't know what moving off a camera means. First of all, move off a camera. What? What is that? What does moving off a camera mean? I can't detach myself from the camera. Does it mean if I move the camera from its saved position? Or if you reselect it, it will then restore to its last saved position. So, what? That sounds like if I move the camera, it snaps me back to the camera. Restore to the last saved position. I literally have no idea what that means. I think I've been speaking English my entire life and I have no clue what this means. If you move off it, don't know what that means. Move off what? If you move off the camera's last saved position. So this is the camera's saved position. Oh no, I forgot him. Look, it just forgot two of my cameras again. Holy crap, who made this? This is a pile of crap. This is so bad. Why does it keep overwrite? Like, how did it just forget the CDU and the overhead camera? Wait, now it's going back. But not to the CDU. What? Oh my God. Some people just shouldn't write software. What is this? What is happening? This is not the pilot view. Oh my, how do people play X-Plane, man? This is absolutely insane. It just deleted multiple camera views again. I don't understand. Okay, now I have the overhead back. This is crazy. What? I feel like I'm scared to use the software because it keeps forgetting my camera positions every time I use the software. Holy crap. Hopefully the plane is better than X camera because, man, this is bad. Holy crap. Okay, I think I'll just start the plane. I'm going to end up, I know what's going to happen. This software is going to end up being crappy over and over again. I'm going to have to use my mouse and manually move and zoom in every time I want to use something because I can't trust this. Some people like the challenge. I mean, if you have a camera that doesn't work, then there's some big problems. It's not... My Alt 2 camera isn't working again. I can't get to the overhead again. What is going on? How many times do I have to save the camera? This is so bad. Okay, I saved it again for the 8th time. Could you stop overwriting my presets without me overwriting the presets? I don't understand the thought process here. This is so bad. Holy crap. Yikes. Okay, is it going to remember my positions or not? I have no idea. It just likes to delete everything. Ugh. Please, just make some good software. How hard can a camera system be? You move it, you save the XY coordinates, XYZ coordinates, zoom values based on the pilot's default position. When I click, you move the camera to that position. That's it. That's all you have to do. Why is it overriding my positions? Without me saying override the position. Just, I don't know why it's so hard. Okay, window heat on, electric hydraulic pumps on. Steady light on, ignitions to both. Yaw damper on. This should be able to turn on right now. What? Maybe it needs alignment first. Okay. It overrode it again. It's gone. It just keeps deleting my camera position. Look, overhead camera. Again, I literally just set it for the 5th time, and it won't save it. This has got to be one of the worst plugins. Leave my camera where I am saving it.
Oh, why didn't you just go home? That's your home.
I don't understand.
Are you too good for your home? Answer
Why is
me.
this so difficult?
Suck my white ass ball.
Let me change this button. I use this home position thing. Maybe it doesn't know what to do with that.
Technology.
Select the camera. ID of 1, I guess. Oh my god, that doesn't work either. It got rid of my pilot position camera. What? All right, this is the worst. I can't believe that people use this. Or maybe people don't use this. Why does it keep... Is it this stupid mouse look position thing? I don't understand. I don't understand why you would ever do this. Why are these options on by default? Retain mouse look position. Just save the position of where I put the camera. And when you click the camera, move it to the saved position. What is wrong with people, man? I don't understand. What the heck is wrong with people's brain? Like, what is wrong with the brain here? This is so crazy. Back to Flight Sim 24. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no way I'm playing this long term. People said that the Zibo mod was so good, so we're going to see how good it is. Okay, I guess I need a home position. Oh my god. I mean, so far it's not the Zibo mod. It's this horrible X camera plugin. It is so bad. What is the... This seems like the problem. All these default options seem like what is the problem. Retain look position. Remain at the last mouse look position. What is the point of setting a camera preset if you use the preset and then you move the mouse and then you try to use the preset again and it remembers where your mouse turned to in that moment? That's not a preset anymore. It's like a live preset where it's constantly overriding the preset. I'm not hitting the save button. It makes no sense. This mod is horrible. It seems like 90% of these problems and frustrations I'm dealing with using this for like the 2nd time is if they didn't check these 2 just options right here, which I don't know why you would ever use these on your regular camera presets. EFB camera is broke again. Look, EFB, suddenly it's not working. How many times have I set this? 3? Why? Why is it moving? Oh my god. Does this mean I literally can't move the camera once I use a preset? It does. This is the dumbest camera app I've ever seen in my life. This means now when I use the preset, all I want to do is move and look over here for a second, right? From this preset. So I'll look over here and I let go and it snaps back. But if I turn on the retain camera preset, as soon as I move over here and let go of the mouse, it's going to save it here. And then the next time I use the preset, it's going to go here instead of here. What is wrong with these people, dude? This is so ridiculous. I don't know how anybody uses this. Like, you'd have to try hard to make it this bad. This is crazy. Have the camera remain at the last mouse look position. Like, it makes sense that I wanted to do that, right? But what does this have to do with the preset? Yeah, see, it overwrites the preset. Am I crazy? All I wanted to do is go to the view I click, and then I can move my mouse from there if I want to. I don't want to change the preset. I'm just looking around and it overwrites the preset. This is so stupid. I don't know why they would ever make it this way. It's unbelievable. Re-enable temporary positioning. What does that even mean? We don't even know what this means because it's written so poorly. I don't know what it does. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want temporary positions. All I want it to do is move to where I save the camera. That's it. When I click it, just move my camera to that position. Then I can just move around all I want from there if I really want to. And then when I use the preset, guess what it should do? It should go back to the preset position. This is insane. This is absolutely horrible. How do they make this? You don't need any of these buttons. Oh, what are we doing here? This is one of the worst mods I think I've ever used. So now, I mean, I've been playing with the camera, trying to set 5 simple camera presets for 30 minutes and I can't do it. Temporary positioning? There's not... What do you mean temporary? I want to set my camera presets, and when I click on them, I want it to move me there. That's it. That's all I want. It's so crazy. Oh my God. I know, the simplest features, somehow people can't make them work. I don't understand why it's so difficult. It makes me wonder if any of these people that make these mods actually do this in any full-time capacity, because for this mod, it doesn't seem like they do, because this is so just confusing and bad. I don't know what to... I don't know what to think. Okay. Oh my God. X-Plane, I hate you so much. Let's reset my cameras for the 5th time. Overhead camera. MCP camera got rewritten. Let's set a new MCP camera. Good God, man. I was like, oh, this is going to be chill. I'll just, you know, I don't have much customization here. This will be really easy. Holy crap. Let's save this camera again. Is it saving my cameras or not?
It's been 84 years.
Are you gonna delete my cameras? Okay, EFB camera, yes. Retain mouse. I don't know why this is an option. Or do I want retain mouse look position off? No, I have to have it on because I can't move the camera. It's insane. Overhead. High view. So if I go to the overhead and I look over here real quick at a different thing and zoom in, and then I go to the overhead again. Okay, okay, yeah. And turning off temporary positioning was not the play. That messed everything up. Okay. Oh my God. I don't even know why it shows me these then. Okay, camera 1, camera 2. Camera 3 is the MCP, camera 4, camera 5. This is shift 1 or control 1 and 2. Okay. Overhead. It seems like it's working. Okay. My brain is fried already from thinking about this.
I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
Okay, let's get on ATC, I guess.
Nashville International delivery.
Oh my
Zulu
God.
Bravo 738. Boeing 737-800. Request IFR clearance to Norfolk.
All right, FMC. I'm guessing there is no... I've looked at the EFB and I didn't see any SimBrief import at all. Unless it's somewhere hidden.
Flight level 350. Squawk 4204. Altimeter 3020.
Cleared IFR to Norfolk routing as
Okay, I need to set a pedestal
Hotel
position.
Alpha Delta Mike 3 Sierra Whiskey Alpha Pop to flight level 350. Squawk 4204. Altimeter 3020. Zulu Bravo 738.
Camera new.
738. Readback correct. Contact ground 121.9. When ready for taxi.
I don't know what this is called. It's kind of the pedestal, I guess. Oy. If it ain't bird, it ain't good. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, position init, IRS page 2, GPS left, throw it in here. KBNA. I don't know how you have a flight sim that's this old and you literally can't move like this without the mouse and have it stop where you want it to stop. As soon as you do this with a thumbstick with the axes, it snaps back to center every single time. Oh, Navigraph. And it's because of OBS. Hold on. Oh man. I don't know. You can't. If you can tell me how to do it, I'll be amazed. It snaps back to the middle of the screen every time you let go of the stick. I tried it the last time. It doesn't work. I have the view axis up and down right here. I mean, you're seeing what it does right now, which is when I move and I let go, it snaps back to the middle. How do I get it so it doesn't snap back to the middle when I let go of the thumbstick? The only way to do it is with X. What I'm doing right now is because of X camera. You can't, there's no way to do it by default that I've seen. Without it snapping back to the middle. Yeah, Microsoft, like 9 out of 10 cameras. This game, like 2 out of 10 cameras. Very, very bad. Okay, I guess I'll load the plane. Let's see, 0 fuel weight, estimated takeoff weight. So EFB, payload. 2 out of 10 is generous. Does X-Plane have an A3? I have no idea. This is like my 4th time playing X-Plane. I don't know anything other than people say that this is like the mod to use is this Zibo one. They say it's supposedly as good as like the fly-by-wire and flight sim. So I guess we'll find out. Payload. Payload total is 38,410. Hopefully it's in pounds. It's not in pounds, it's in kilograms. I changed this last time. It forgot my setting. It forgot this setting, I guess. Save and load. I shouldn't need to use that. I should just have a default configuration. General config. All right, I changed this last time. Changed all of this last time. So can I save the default? Quick save all configs, maybe? Hopefully that does it. What the heck? Guys, this button on tablets is not a power button. This is a home button. For the creators of the mod that have not used a tablet before, this is the home button. It should go back to the main menu. Oh, there's a home button. What? Okay. Okay, that's confusing. This is a home button, not a power button, guys. Checklist, fuel weight and balance, payload. Okay, let's try this again. Payload. 38,410. 38410. Okay, I filled the same number of passengers in every section. So how do I use the camera by default without Xmod and have it look back to the middle? Have it not snap back to the middle? The guy that said it's possible. Because if I could not use X camera, that would be great. But I don't think it's possible. Okay, fuel weight and balance. We got payload, fuel, 4884. We're supposed to have 16,654. 16,654. Okay. So does this load it instantly or did it load it? Oh God. Quick views. Do you know how to make it so I can use my thumbstick to look around like I can with my mouse, but I want to use my thumbstick and I don't want it to snap back to the middle every time I let go of it. Doesn't seem possible. I was using the quick views originally, but I'm not because I couldn't use my thumbstick. Like this should be a very, very basic feature. If I can do it with my mouse, move to the right and let go, why can't I do it with a thumbstick? How long has this sim been out? Nobody's ever needed to use the thumbstick to move the camera in 37 years or whatever it's been. Fuel weight and balance, fuel truck. So I don't know if it's added the fuel or not. We have 24 and 2,400 pounds. We need 16,000. So I guess you have to call the fuel truck. Can I just do it instantly? Okay, I loaded it here. Fuel required. How do I just load it? Weights. Okay, how do I just load it? Is there a load button anywhere? I'm waiting for the fuel truck, I guess. Can I not just load it? Okay, maybe you always have to wait.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting a read.
Oh, baby. Oh, hey, the hose connected. Nice. Free GSX? It's been 84 years, yeah. Any X-Planes experts out there who know how to just simply make the thumbstick use the mouse, use the camera, without snapping back to the middle every single time? Very, very basic feature. Anyone know how to get that going? Nice. The leg up is great. Thumbstick, move the camera. Right. Yeah, my thumbstick. Yeah, that's what I do. Thumbstick, move the camera. This is my mouse. I cannot do this with my thumbstick. If I want to turn left and leave it there, if I let go, it snaps back to the middle. Hat switch? No. I don't want to use a hat switch because I use them for things that are like button presses where an analog stick makes a lot more sense for a camera. So I want to use my analog thumbstick, which is the natural thing to use for a view if you have one. Because I don't want this. Left, up, down, left, you know what I mean? A hat is very different than using a mouse or using a thumbstick. It's not, it's too linear. It's weird. So I have to wait for the fuel truck? Can I really not just load the plane instantly? How do I just load the plane instantly so I don't waste time just sitting here? Thumbstick up can be bound to hat switch up. It can't if you have a thumbstick. It's an axis, it's not a button press. So that's not true. A thumbstick is an axis, it's not a button press. A hat is a button press. I wanted realism. I mean, I don't want my time wasted if it doesn't have to be. All right, I guess we're going to code this in. I don't see anything for SimBrief import. I don't know. How does this plane does it not have a SimBrief import? I see no settings in here for oh my God. This is killing me. This is not a power button. As far as I can tell, there's no, I didn't see anywhere to put in a SimBrief import. Does anyone know if this has SimBrief import? This is supposed to be like the best 737 mod, right? It's got to have SimBrief import if this is like the best mod. FMS? Display and variants. There has to be SimBrief import. It's got to be somewhere. Auto flight. I mean, you'd expect it to be under settings, general config, or it's not in here. You'd expect it to be somewhere in here, right? Settings, realism. Oh, refuel time. Here it is. Oh, God. Short. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Okay, found that. That's good. It's funny. What the heck? Isn't it weird that you would have all the most realistic settings by default here? So all of these are real by default, but then down here, the default for parking brake is not real. It's the simple setting. That's strange. I do have a video about that, Nico. It's a couple years old, back from when it came out. Auto save. FMC input lag. Okay, I don't see anything about SimBrief. You would think it'd be anywhere in here when you're doing the payload, a load from SimBrief button. Did I miss it?
Ground to flight deck. Fuel is.
I don't see it anywhere.
You are good to go.
I don't see it anywhere in the settings. So I don't. SimBrief downloader app? No. What year is it? 1916? Why would I use a SimBrief downloader app and download files? It should just ask me what my SimBrief ID is and just import my flight plan like every other plane does. I'm not downloading any files. It's archaic. They need to just do it the way every other plane does it and just ask for your SimBrief ID. Yeah, I'm not going to download any files. Nope. No, sir. That is so old school. Okay, I'm just going to program it by default then because they don't make it. Download the FMS plane. I'm not doing that, no. Download it into a xplane/output/. That is ridiculous. No, definitely not doing that. I'm not downloading files. It's 2025. I can, in the Cessna 172, in any plane in Flight Sim, I can just import a SimBrief flight plan. I don't need to look up anything. I don't need to save any files. I just click it. That's bad. All right, are the passengers loaded? Whoops. I did. Air stairs extend. How do I just load the whole plane, man? Fuel weight and balance. I did the payload. It loaded the fuel. So does it auto load the passengers? Did it auto takeoff weight 149? Estimated takeoff weight is 146.4. Maybe it's not the plane for me. Well, I'm trying what is allegedly the best of the best of free planes. I'm comparing it to Microsoft Flight Simulator and a free fly-by-wire plane that has an Airbus that's really good. And so far, this plane is nowhere near the level of the fly-by-wire with the EFB. I mean, you can't even import a SimBrief flight plan without downloading files. That's pretty archaic. So yeah, I'm going to compare it to what people say is so good in X-Plane to the things we get in Microsoft Flight Sim. And so far, it's not better. It's not the same yet. We'll see how it flies and stuff, but yeah, that's a big time waster. Okay, let me code this in index. At least in this version, I know the default plane doesn't have this. The default in Flight Sim does, but you need the mod to get even your performance in this plane. So we do have a performance page here. KBNA 2 left. KORF runway 5, ORF. Departure runway 02 left. Okay, let's go. Departure arrival, KBNA departure, Chatham 3 via swap. Okay, departure arrival, ORF arrival, runway 5. We'll just do ILS 5. Turks 2. Okay. Vector Oscar. Okay, let's go back to route. Page 2. After swap, we got the Quebec 34, Q34. Click start flight leg. For what? Click it for what? If I don't know what it's going to do, I don't want to click it. Mauls, MAULS. The passengers start boarding. Okay. That's okay. Why? Okay. I don't know why you would have multiple screens and multiple sections to get the loading process going. Generally, you should go to like fuel and balance, set the payload, and then have all the options right after that for load fuel, load, you know, just everything to kick it off with the set payload. So you have to go to 2 different spots, which is weird. But okay. I hear the packs now, thanks. As usual, the UIs for things are really bad. Like it could just be so much easier. Okay, to malls, and then we're going direct to mole, MOL. Let's see, north and west. That's north and east. Go north and west. And then after mole, it's the Turks 2. So let's go get rid of the disco for now. Okay, replace mole with mole, and then FAC 20. Okay, I set everything to short, so hopefully this is fast. So where's the passenger loading status at? So it's I don't want to click this because it'll cancel it. Payload maybe? How do I know how many are loaded? Where's the status of what's happening? Like if I have this on realistic, I definitely need to load. They're loaded now? I still hear them. I still hear them loading in, so. And under realism, I turned it to short, so it's not instant. There's not even an instant option. So until I don't hear them, I'm not sure that they're on. I still hear them loading. How do I know? Load OFP? Oh, that's because I have to put a file in. How this is so weird, dude. Why don't you tell me how the passengers are loading? Oh, man. It's just a little thing. Like, if the passengers don't load instantly, you need to give me a status so I know. Because right now it sounds like they're not loaded. So I'm going to wait until the sound stop. If the sounds ever stop. PA settings. All right, let's find that calculator again. So far, this is kind of confusing. Performance takeoff. Runway 2 left, optimum. Winds, outside air temp, and QNH. I'll just get it from Navigraph. Winds are variable at 4. We're supposed to take off on 2 left. 2 left is right here. Runway is 021, so reciprocal is 201. So we'll do 201 at 4 for the winds. Worst case scenario, 201 at 4. Outside air temp, 15, altimeter 3019. I put in an HPA in the settings, or sorry, in inches, but it's showing HPA. Takeoff weight. Estimated takeoff weight from Simbri. It's not going to pull that in for me. Okay, I guess I'll just use the sim brief. Do we get a load sheet or something? They're loaded. It's for atmosphere. How did I know that they're loaded? Yeah, it should say like passengers loaded, or if I go into the load thing, it should say how many passengers are on. Maybe it did and it was fast. I don't know. This is not great. Okay. Performance takeoff. I guess I'm going to use estimated takeoff weight. 146,458. I don't know if we get a load sheet or anything in here. Why isn't it calculating my CG? What is happening? I put in the CG? Okay, how do I find the CG? Do we have a load sheet? Maybe we get a load sheet on the messages? Like our planes in 24? It should just say something like passengers are done loading or something. If it's supposed to be realistic, then someone would say like passengers are loaded. You hear the door close, some kind of major indicator to let you know that everybody's on, it's sealed, all the packs are on. But it's just got the ambient sound, it sounds like. Like the door's closed, I guess. The jetway, I don't know if the jetway even attached. EFB is an hour in the future. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? That's weird. Okay, so do we get our final load sheet with our CG or something? Do they have some messages? AOC standard pre-flight. Flight log. Where do they tell us what our CG is? Do we get a load sheet or something? How do I know what my CG is? Like in the Phoenix, we get a final load sheet sent in and it tells us everything. How many packs are on, CG, fuel weight. So I don't... Oh, here. Takeoff weight CG. Okay. 21.9. You have to go between so many different menus. It's... Okay, so that was in here. Payload and CG, takeoff weight. And then, so what, the green ones are entered numbers? So wait, this is not a live number though. This is... Or is it? Okay, green means you can click it. So I did the fuel, I did the payload, we loaded it in. Anyway, I'll just go 21.9, I guess. Okay. Hello? What? Is it going to give me my takeoff performance information? What is the point of filling this out? Where's like the big calculate button or something that tells me my rotation speed, my V1, my V2 speed? What? I don't understand. So I just put in all the information. What am I getting? I'm looking at the calculator, right? Why isn't it showing me anything? What the heck is this? Imagine in real life, you have a tablet next to you. It's this big form, right? You're looking physically at the tablet. You fill in all the information and then nothing happens. You see how weird that is? It should tell me my speeds here or have a calculate button. This is so crazy, man. You just use things one time and find so many problems with it. I don't know how these things aren't ironed out after one use. This is just very strange to fill out all the information, not see anything on the actual... FMC calculates it automatically. But what is the point of this then? Why would I ever use this? It's not giving me any calculations. It's supposed to be a takeoff performance calculator, isn't it? So what is the output? You know what I mean? That's why this is bad. It literally has no what's the purpose? Oh, man. Yeah, the people that make this should look at the fly-by-wire plane, maybe, and the Phoenix and PMDG planes or something. Because, man. Ugh. Okay. Looking at my runway analysis to see how it's going to compare. Direct takeoff to, or D-rated takeoff to, select temp 47, bleeds on. Oh my god. Reserve fuel 2.2, call it 2.3. Cost index is 68. Plan fuel for trip is 8864. 16.7. Block fuel is 16.6. I'll just put 16.7. Expected altitude is 35,000. Cruise wind is 338 at 46. Top of climb outside air temp. Man, we got it good in flight sim. We got it good. True airspeed, OAT, top of climb. Minus 55. Okay, active N1 limit. I'm just going to use SimBrief because this calculator that exists here isn't giving me any information. I can't choose toga, derated, anything like that. Get a recommended flex temp or selected temp, so I guess we'll use what's in SimBrief. Usually they're a little bit different. SimBrief says select temp 47, full takeoff speed. All right, we'll do 47. Okay, 93.8. Flaps 5. CG should be automatic. Trim 5.5. All right, 5.5 and 148. Oops. 3. 148. Hello? What? What is going on? This is forcing it to be 100? Oh my god, what is happening? Why can't I put the V2 speed in the window? This is the best plane to fly? Are we sure about this?
The seatbelt sign is on. Please be seated and fasten your
Let's get the APU on. Maybe it'll let me change the speed.
Sounds a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
I don't understand why I can't change the speed. Okay, I can change the altitude. This is so weird. Yeah, this is the recommended plane in X-Plane, by the way. All right, 35,000. Dude. Why can't I set this? What is going on? I don't know what's going on. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, the IRS is aligned. Okay, now I can change this. 35,000. Okay. Alright, I guess when I turn the APU on, then I can... Did I forget? Maybe did I forget ground power? Because I was playing with the camera for like 30 minutes trying to use a simple camera plugin. I think maybe I forgot ground power. That actually would stop these from being selectable though? That doesn't... Why is it... That seems kind of weird too. Wait. Maybe that's real. I don't know. I think maybe I forgot ground power. But why would that stop me from choosing this? I don't know if that's a real thing or not, that you can't change these numbers. Okay. Let me get the bleed on. APU bleed on. Probe heat's off. These are on. Yaw damper on. And... Okay. Don't need lights during the day. Alright, this EFB is probably the worst thing about this plane so far. The calculator serves no purpose. The things are in super wrong positions. Like, there's no logical flow to this. Like, the boarding and a boarding status should be here on the payload screen somewhere so you know what the heck's going on and when you're ready to go. And then it should give you, like, a final load sheet when the boarding is completely done so you have all the information you need in one spot. And you know that everything is finalized. So that's a little weird. And no SimBrief import over the web is also very crappy. Okay, 148. But at least the plane is... At least I can maybe go soon. Okay, 141, 143, and 148. We should have the flight plan in. Well, I don't know if it's accurate that these can't be turned without the GPU or APU on. But maybe that's the case. Maybe that's realistic. Okay, so we just have a vector and then we'll go to Oscar at some point. Let's go ahead and request startup. Why do we have request startup and not request push and start? Where's request push and start?
Nashville International.
I think you have to do them separately.
Bravo 738. Gate Charlie 15. Altimeter 2992.
2992.
Zulu,
Altimeter's
Bravo
3016.
Information. Bravo current. Startup approved.
It's 3016. Why did it say 2992? Weather. Real world weather on. Okay, apparently not. Or the ATC is wrong. That's weird. Startup approved. This is weird. Why would I get startup approval and then ask for pushback? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Or push and start? Okay, we're over here. We need to go to 2 left, so we're going to go nose left. Nose 90 degrees left.
738. Request pushback to the left.
738. Stand by. Pushback tractor is on the way.
In real life, it differs. I thought the goal with the simulator was to mimic reality.
Commencing pushback.
Whoa.
Parking brake.
Oh, how are they...
Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for the delayed flight. Your captain is a bit unfamiliar with this aircraft and its electronics. There is nothing to really be concerned with, but please do be sure your seat belts are secure.
I know we're gonna go engine 2 first.
Started and moving. Enjoy your flight.
Enjoy?
And thanks for flying with.
I can't believe people use X camera. That thing is so confusing. I mean, maybe I was led astray by being told to turn off the temporary positioning, which seemed to kind of mess everything up. I just need to learn to not listen to what people suggest. That was not the right move. All right, pushback's pretty cool. That works. This is the default pushback, though. Works after 6 hours of trying. I mean, yeah, I don't understand the complexity of some of the options in there. It seems like it's okay now. This is working fine. I think I just shouldn't have listened to turn off temporary or whatever. That seemed to mess everything up. So, yeah, I just need to not do what people say to do, basically. Oh, yeah, this is an NG. It doesn't take that long to get it started. It's weird to be in the NG again after flying the Max for a while. I did install that Plane Pals thing, so anybody that's on Volanta, I will see them with nameplates, which is actually kind of awesome. That's something that I wish we had in Flight Sim. Volanta somehow has never made a traffic injector, even though they have like the biggest network of players. Anytime you look at Volanta, there'll be like 2 times as many people on Volanta as something like VATSIM. I'd have no idea why they've never made their own injector. Seems like such a huge missed opportunity. They could make it like simple one-man shows like New Sky is made by one developer, and that developer made their own injector just for New Sky. So like a Volanta with a cross sim injector where there's like so many people on, and you could just add in a few options for maximum number of planes shown, or do like what Plane Pals does or every other tracker does, which is you can go in here and hide people. If you see too many people or they're annoying you or whatever, you can just hide them, which is really nice. And they could charge it as a where are we going? What happened to the nose what? I don't understand what it's doing. Does it not? Oh, it doesn't stop. Okay. I thought it was going to work like GSX where I tell it nose left, nose right, and it just does it.
Pushback completed.
Okay. I mean, it's the default pushback system, so I should have known that it wasn't going to be. You know, the default in Flight Sim is the same. Okay, engine 1. I was expecting it to just move my nose to the left and leave me there. And these are real dim by default. Did it auto set the trim? I think it was 5.5. No. I don't know what's wrong with the reset camera to home position. Only works like half the time. It just should reset me here. All right, engine 1 is starting up. Let me set another camera angle. If it doesn't delete all my other camera angles. Something I do actually like is when I hit the buttons to move, I can just have it move. It doesn't only move slowly. I can like tap and just move a tiny bit at a time and change how much it's moving. That's actually nice. Add new camera to ends. Left wing front. It's weird that this stuff is down here by default. All the other NGs, the other two, or all the PMDGs and the iFly, they have it up here by default, don't they? I think down here they have hydraulic. This is normally the default setup. Not sure why this one's different. Because you usually have it so you can see your N2 right next to your N1 and everything without having to hit any buttons. So that's a little different. Alright, engines are all started. Let's get the gens on. Gen 1, Gen 2. Bleeds were on already. ISO valve auto, PAX auto. Good. Okay, APU off. APU bleed off. 1200 landing altitude. Did I set that? I did not set that. It's 26. That might have been saved from the last flight I did. Alright, probe heat can come on, and I think that's it. Alright, taxi light and request taxi.
Nashville International ground. 738. Request taxi from gate Charlie 154 departure.
Yeah, I tried the X camera preset downloads and every one of them didn't work for me. They're all based on different like zoom level, FOV levels, and screen resolutions or something. And almost all of them were putting the camera in really weird spots like this. Like if this was the MCP, they had it over here or something. It just wasn't working, so I decided to make my own. It was unreliable using the community ones. Better pushback. If I ever fly this again, I'll look it up. I will take a note, thanks. Alright, so we got a taxi diagram or a taxi ribbon. Alright, we'll leave these on continuous. Taxi lights on. I still can't use my thumbstick. I don't know why. Why does it keep changing this camera's position, man? This thing is gonna... This one plugin is gonna make me want to never play X-Plane again. So this, I never changed the look position of this, but it has now moved the position of the camera for some reason. Okay, keep it there and stop changing my camera position, please. If I don't say to overwrite it, never ever change it. Good God. Okay. RTO, flaps 5. Damn, these respond really fast, don't they? It's weird there's no delay at all. Okay. Oh, it reset my cam. Why? Yeah, there's something super messed up with this. Yeah, everybody keeps saying to use default, but I'll say it again. I cannot make default cameras allow me to use my thumbstick to simply look around like this and not have it snap back to the middle. If I just want to turn the camera and leave it here, and then turn the camera back and leave it here, there doesn't seem to be a way to do that by default in X-Plane. So I'm forced to use X camera, which sucks. So I would love to use the presets, but it restricts me from doing that. I don't want a key for glance left. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to free look with my thumbstick. It's a very basic thing. You can do in Flight Sim 20, Flight Sim 24. It's just a very... I just want to use my analog thumbstick, which is 2 axes, to look around the same way my 2 mouse axes work. That's it. But apparently that is too complicated. I don't want to use a hat because a hat does this. I am robot. I move robot way. I just want to do what my mouse can do, like this. But you can't do that, which is kind of nuts. All right, let me get flight directors on. VNav, LNav. Never had a problem. Well, can you tell me how to... Can you tell me how to make a thumbstick bound to my view, to my free look, without it snapping back to the middle? Because this is the only thing that X-Plane will let you do. I have it set to view look up, down, left, right. I look left and I let go and it snaps back to the middle. I don't want it to snap back to the middle. I want it to move like a hat would. I want it to move like the arrow keys let it move, like a hat would let it move, but I want to do that on my thumbstick, on my analog thumbstick, which a lot of peripherals have. It's a very natural stick to use for free look, but apparently it doesn't work here. It doesn't matter the joystick. There are lots of joysticks that have analog. I've done camera left, right. It doesn't work in the cockpit. I don't know how people have never run into this issue. Like one time playing the sim, I see it. So this is camera. It doesn't move. Only in external views. So I can't use that for the cockpit. Like this is insane that you can't just simply bind a thumbstick to move your view and not have it snap back to the middle. I mean, you don't really need to look around in a plane though, right? X camera's messing with it again. I can't move it. Oh my god. We are so absolutely spoiled with how good the cameras are. I mean, we're not spoiled. Like, it should be a given that the cameras are decent, but it's night and day difference between these two sims. Sim feels so far behind with its cameras. Okay, left, right, up, down. Okay, thanks X camera for not stopping me from doing what I want to do again. Yeah, spoiled with a very basic feature that should be expected in every game like this. But I need a plugin to do it. Yeah, you can't bind a thumbstick to move your view. So I have to use a plugin because of that. The only way to make it work would be to use a toga. Well, yes, you can. Toga switch. It's called auto throttle toga. You just bind it. I use it every day. It's just called toga. Just look it up in the settings. There 100% is a toga button. It is called auto throttle toga in the settings. It's under the autopilot auto throttle. You can 100%. I use it every day. It's native. It's part of the sim. You definitely can. Yeah, I use it for every single takeoff in every Boeing. Is this my music? Oh yeah, it sounds like Christmas music. Yeah, Toga is a must set in Flight Sim. It's a default key binding. There is a typo though. If you're using search to find the shortcut, it's TO space GA. For some reason there's a space, I don't know why. But it's under the autopilot auto throttle. Wish I could use the thumbstick to move this camera too, but I can't. Because I have to bind it. Oh, I can, sorry. But it doesn't circle the plane, it does this. This is like how it behaves in the cockpit. God. It's so sensitive too, it's crazy. To like set a curve, but then you have to like click and drag the curve. You can't just like turn down the sensitivity. I mean, that doesn't explain it really because it's, you can just browse under all the autopilot controls and find it. I mean, I don't know why they put a space, but I mean, if you just look through the autopilot and auto throttle settings just by clicking, you can find them all. The mic button on the left MCP is Toga in this plane. Can I bind a button to Toga? What's the Toga button? Keyboard, Toga. I thought I bound it already. I think I did bind this to left Toga on my panel. This button. Yeah, I set this one already. Left Toga. In this sim, it's TO/GA you have to search for. So if you type TOGA without the slash, you won't find it here either. Oh, God. Maybe I can use... Well, let me try something. Maybe if I use the camera view... Yeah, the cameras in this sim are horrible. View look up, down. Let me do camera up, down. Camera left, right. Oh, my God. Oh, okay, it's literally up, down, left, right. Okay, I guess I wouldn't want to do that. Well, how do I set this here? What if I say to use camera tracking? Enable track camera heading, and now move. What the hell? Camera axis input. Whoa, what? See, it says camera axis input, but that's not true. It's actually using the view axis input. Camera axis input is not right. Okay, view, look, up, down. View, look, left, right. Yes. Okay. So it's view, look, up, down, but the person that made the X camera calls it camera axis input, but this is the view axis that it actually binds to, right? Oh, wait. Oh, there is view axis input. Oh, no. All it does is the same that the normal thing does. Okay, I'm using this one. Okay.
Contact Nashville International Tower 118.6.
738, is that me?
Contact Nashville International Tower
738.
118.6. 738.
What? It's just calling me 738. Oh, I have the cancel ATC services. Oh, that's going to be weird to hear. Hold on. How do I cancel?
Nashville International Tower, Zulu Bravo 738 on taxiway.
I didn't put in a Southwest flight number up here, so it's just calling me 738.
Nashville International Tower. Hold short of runway 02 right.
738.
Hold short of runway 02 right. Will go. Zulu Bravo 738.
Let me cancel ATC services. Cancel.
Nashville International Tower.
Okay.
738. Cancel IFR.
738. IFR cancel. Squawk 1200. Contact Nashville International Ground 121.9.
Okay. Why can't I change this? Dude. Why can't... Why? I don't get it. It told me to cancel IFR services, so I did to change this. Now I can't change it. Oh my god. I mean, default ATC sucks in every sim, so it's fine.
Ground. Zulu Bravo 738.
Alright, whatever.
Runway
I wanted
vacated.
some kind of ATC.
Zulu Bravo 738. Nashville International Ground. State your intention.
We're taking off. Request VFR departure.
Nashville International Ground 738.
You thought the
Request
offline
IFR
voices for
clearance
built-in...
Norfolk.
Oh, and flight sim are bad? They're both bad.
738. Clear to Norfolk. Routing as filed.
I can't select the airline. I just...
Charlie Hotel Alpha Delta.
I just tried that.
Sierra Whiskey Alpha Papa 2.
It doesn't let me, remember? That's why I canceled IFR, and then I tried again and said, hey, I still can't do it.
IFR to Norfolk routing as filed. Climb
I just tried.
Hotel Alpha Delta Mike 3 Sierra Whiskey Alpha Pop to flight level 350. Squawk 4
It will not let me.
6 738.
738. Read back correct.
738.
738. Information Delta current. Runway 02 right. Taxi via Hotel 1. Hold short of runway 02 right.
Information Delta. Runway 02 right. Taxi via Hotel 1. Hold short of runway.
Can I make this
02
like
right.
talk twice as fast?
738.
738. Contact Nashville International.
Is there a way to make the voices talk way faster? Verbal ATC messages.
Tower 118.6.
Contact
so
Nashville
loud too.
International.
Radios.
Tower 118.6. 738. Nashville International
what's that?
Tower,
Southwest?
Zulu Bravo 738. On
Is it
taxiway,
does it have
Hotel
voice?
1.
Is it like an AI? Is it like beyond
Bravo
ATC for X-Plane?
738. Nashville International Tower. Hold short of. Runway 02 right. Report ready.
Hold short of runway 02 right. Will go. Zulu Bravo 738. Nashville International Tower 738. Ready for departure.
738. Runway 02 right. Wind light and variable. Cleared for takeoff.
Runway 02
auto
right.
bleeds
Cleared for
on.
takeoff.
Yaw damper on. Okay, takeoff config. Oh my god, I can't move the thumbstick again. What is wrong with this thing? I just can't. I can't believe that you can't just simply set a thumbstick to your view. It's insane. I don't get it, man. It's pathetic. And why does it keep resetting me to this weird view whenever I hit reset to home position? Now when I hit reset to home, it moves me here. If I do this and hit reset to home, it's like, it doesn't reset the zoom. It just I don't understand. It just blows my mind when the most basic things don't work right. Oh, let's see how the plane actually works. Not quite AI, better than default. Okay. It's free, that's cool. I mean, I'll pay for good quality stuff. Like, if somebody made a X camera that was good, I would love to pay for it. Usually when you pay for something, you're going to get way higher quality. Oh man, I can hardly see the lines. I see two right there. Oh my god, just reset the camera view. There's something insane with it. I just can't bind a simple button to reset to my home view and it just have it work every time. How difficult is it to remember the coordinates where my camera is relative to the plane, and whenever I hit the button, you just move it there? Remember the zoom, remember the coordinates. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's it. It's crazy. 143 for rotate, 148. This is driving me absolutely crazy, this camera. 325. Man, it gets so dark. Look how dark it gets when I look up, and then how this like auto exposure thing is really messing with me. How can I need to turn this display way brighter. I don't know how to do that. How do I make that brighter? I'll just have to deal with it, I guess. Oh my god, again with the camera position. The middle of a rant. Dude, X-Plane is driving me absolutely insane. Alright, I just hit Toga. We got N1, Toga, VNAV, LNAV, VNAV. Alright, let's see what all the hype's about. $80 knots. Okay. Okay, it's got callouts. That's cool. I feel like it's like Minecraft looking right now.
V1, rotate.
Oh my god, that's so much back pressure. Holy crap.
Positive rate.
I gotta trim a lot. Man, I needed so much trim. I think that might be normal though. I don't know what it is, but
Walk 430
I'm gonna get autopilot on.
738.
Flaps 1. I think is it the NG, the PMDG NGs and the Max, the iFly Max? Don't they both auto trim on takeoff? This one doesn't, just like the default 737 of Microsoft.
738. Contact Nashville International approach 118.4.
Contact Nashville International approach 118.4. 738.
No, I had the trim set based on our performance calculations. It was 5.5. The initial trim set was fine. The initial rotate felt good. As soon as you start pitching up after the initial rotation, though, try to get up to like 15 degrees or whatever, it required a lot of stab trim up, which is fine because that's the primary surface. Like, you have to stab trim to get the whole horizontal stabilizer to move. But in the 737, I don't know if it's the PMDG and or the iFly Max in Microsoft Flight Sim, but it does auto trim for you as you're taking off, so you don't need to manually trim. But I don't know if that's a realistic thing or not. but that's what I'm used to. And the one in Flight Sim, the default in Flight Sim doesn't do it either.
7-3.
Nashville International approach. Zulu Bravo 738.
All right, I'm just gonna
Hotel
move
Alpha,
myself.
Delta Mike 3 Sierra Whiskey Alpha Pop altitude.
I'm just gonna go to
5,000,
Oscar.
Flight level 350.
LNAV VNAV.
738. Are you with me?
Reading you 738.
Reading you 738. Stab or stabe? I mean, it's a horizontal stabilizer, but I don't know. I guess you could say... I don't know. I think I would say stab, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a real pilot. Yeah, the power lines, yeah, because of the... it didn't do auto... It didn't auto trim on takeoff. Auto trim the stab trim, so... Again, I don't know if that's a realistic thing or not. I don't know. I'm just used to the iFly and I think the PMDG's both doing it on takeoff. So you're not stab trimming up the moment you've left the ground.
738. Are you with me?
Looks better and smoother. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look better. Maybe if you can't see. But yeah, there's no way it looks better than Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's no way in hell. And the only reason I mean, Flight Sim is very, very smooth. I mean, I play Flight Sim every day. It's got just as good performance as this. And this is extremely empty right now. I mean, there's no mods, there's no detail. It's very low res everything. There's hardly no traffic. And Microsoft Flight Sim with multiplayer on, you could have dozens of planes near you at any time. It's, I did put this on so I can get a couple people in here from Volanta, but yeah. This does not look anywhere near as good as Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't know what to tell the people that think that X-Plane is in any way comparable to Microsoft Flight Sim's lighting and cloud engine. It is night and day different. It is insanely different. Microsoft wins easily. There's just no competition. And the interiors, the ray trace shadows, like it's absolutely insane how good Microsoft Flight Sim looks. I mean, I've taken a couple nice screenshots playing X-Plane, like on the ground at sunset or whatever. Those times can look good. It definitely looks better with the new lighting improvements they did than before. But yeah, I mean, Microsoft 100% wins the visuals in every way. This whole like auto exposure thing that's happening in the cockpit is really making everything so dark.
International approach. Zulu,
like if I want to see stuff of detail in this, I need to zoom in or look away so it'll auto expose.
Altitude 1-2000.
It's kind of strange.
350. Zulu Bravo 738. Nashville International approach. Altimeter 3017.
Altimeter 3017. Zulu Bravo 738.
738. Squawk 4306.
Squawk 4306. 738.
738. Contact Memphis Center 118.625.
Contact Memphis Center 118.625. 738.
I don't really want recommendations to make the sim look better because the sim should just look good by default. That's the world we live in the last 5 years with Microsoft. I don't need add-ons to make it look better. It just looks good. If you want a mod, if you're like a modder and you love modding things, then X-Plane will be your favorite because you're gonna have to get like 40 mods. And if you want it just to look good by default, then and have better avionics in every GA plane, then you play Microsoft. Yeah, I'm sure with 1,000 mods, any game looks decent. You know, like, hey, play why don't you play this game from 10 years ago with these 18 mods? It looks great. Well, yeah, okay. I don't want to spend my time modding. I just want to play. Like, I personally don't play games to mod them. I play games to enjoy the game and have it be good. I expect the game itself to be good enough to just play it without mods. And I'm sure those mods are going to make the performance way worse too, so. Chase plane? I don't know. I haven't used chase plane before. Just one more mod. Just one more mod. Just one more mod. Yeah, I don't enjoy having to get mods if I don't need them. Like, I shouldn't have to get mods for the satellite imagery. I shouldn't have to get mods for lighting. I shouldn't have to get mods for clouds or what. No. Anything purely graphics-wise, I shouldn't have to get any mods for it. There are mods that can make it look a little bit better, like if you want to, but it shouldn't be like a requirement to make it look decent. I think that, like, X-Plane looks good around cities and airports in general because they're all like handcrafted, or like when we were around LA, it looked really good. Like, I'd say better, generally a bit better than Microsoft, because Microsoft has like photogrammetry, melting buildings and all that. The draw distance on things is not very long, not very far, which sucks. So X-Plane I think does way better with the draw distance of things, especially like the road systems look so cool. But once you get away from a city and away from those roads that look cool, like it's like in situations like this, you know, I'm not going to be blown away by any of the views we get from cruise. Which is the vast majority of the time you are in cruise during your flight in an airliner, or really any plane. So when 90, or so let's call it a little more than 50% of the time you're in cruise, time-wise, maybe it matters how long the flight is, I guess, but the majority of the time you're in cruise. So how things look in cruise is the most important, and that's what Microsoft is focused on. It's all the ground detail, the lighting, the terrain detail, even the fauna, the biomes, the different tree species. It looks so good in Microsoft. But their cities look like crap. The Microsoft Flight Sim cities, like, I turn photogrammetry off. I really in general, like, the cities and cars and roads do not look great. I hope that they'll eventually make that stuff better. So what's my cruise? Okay, cruise target speed worked right this time. When I did a test flight the other day, it did not calculate the target speed, even though I set up the init ref and everything exactly the same way. It looks like it's got the correct target speed this time, which is good. It had like 0.6 something in here for my cruise target speed. So it could be user error, maybe. It could also be that I had an old version of the mod, because there's like, I guess there's tons of different places to download it from, which is weird, but it's kind of confusing why you wouldn't just have one location to download the mod so everybody gets the same copy, like from the official source or something. But maybe I had an old version. I do like the mod where you can see Volanta traffic. I wish Volanta would just recognize the opportunity and make a traffic injector and make it a Volanta premium feature. It's kind of crazy they've never done that. It's a very highly voted recommendation on their forums or whatever, and it looks like people have been asking for it for years and years and years, and it seems like such a missed opportunity. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't make an injector. You have people across every sim worldwide, like, playing Volanta all the time. Way more people are on Volanta than on VATSIM, and there's still no Volanta injector. Is kind of nuts. I mean, look at the traffic on Volanta right now. You know, like, if we look here, there's 1,500 people on VATSIM. There are 2,600 people So almost double. 1,000 more people are using Volanta right now than VATSIM. Like, how they don't have their own injector, I have no idea why they wouldn't do that. And if they could make it a premium feature, and there'd be a reason to get Volanta Premium finally. Bob, thanks for 10 gifted, dude. Thanks so much, man. Welcome, Sleepy Drones, Minds of Chaos. Leandro, not JT, Martin. AFA, Games Infusion, Firefighter 6940. I was going to say 69420. Hightower, Joel, Light Rider. In celebration of the 777-200. Dude, that's going to be awesome. Yeah. That's going to be so cool. Welcome to the 10 new couch captains. Thanks, Bob. I have violated ATC's instructions. I don't understand what the point of having the auto respond on down here if the co-pilot doesn't respond to the messages.
Indianapolis Center.
What is the point?
Bravo 738. Boeing 7.
Why do I get punished for the pilot monitoring not doing their job?
Altitude flight level 296. 1 POV. Request flight following.
1 POV.
738. Squawk 4306.
I loaded like 100 and something passengers.
Squawk 4306.
Didn't I?
Altimeter 3008. Flight following 738.
Yeah, we loaded over 100 passengers. Why does it say 1 POB? Come on, man. Altimeter 3008. Well, we don't need an altimeter setting at this altitude. 4306. Okay, same that we had before. Volanta traffic injection's the highest voted thing. Yeah, but it seems like wasn't it posted years ago? Like, they're clearly not going to do it, right? Like, how many years does it take to make an injector? New Sky is this simple, like, kind of career mode-ish VA, like tracking with scoring kind of add-on. It's like a third-party program you can use to track your flights and run a VA and stuff, and it has its own traffic injector, and it's made by a single developer. So how is it that Volanta hasn't been able to make an injector in years? I don't understand. It's such a big opportunity to just be able to have a cross-platform traffic injector from a product that so many people use.
738.
Yeah, if one person could do it, Volanta can. Oh, it's posted 3 years ago? Yeah, if one person can do it, Volanta can. Exactly. Seems like such a... It could be such a cool thing to have. And their business, they'd probably make so much money making that. Like, make it a Volanta Premium feature. If you want the injector, you sign up for Volanta Premium. You can use the injector. It'd be so cool. Wait, are you joking? You have to pay for X camera to save the settings? Jesus. That is such a stupid decision. Alright, well, I guess I'm deleting your mod then. If you want to pay for... Like, having such a core feature of simply remembering your settings being a premium feature is scummy. If that's true. Is that true? If you want to save the settings, you need to pay if your camera has... I have the... Well, the thing that's dumb is, tell me what's advanced and what's not, because... So the UI shows this section at the bottom, right? And when you hit the button, it adds stuff to that section. So do I have to do this to figure out what the advanced... So what is the... Oh, yeah. I have the enable camera access input. Apparently that's an advanced feature. I think that's the only one I'm using. But shouldn't it remember all the other features? If it gets rid of all of the basic features too, because I ticked this one thing, then that is so stupid. Like, that's a really easy way to just make me never use your mod. If that's true, then just make it so I can't use the advanced features until I pay for it. Don't prevent me from saving the basic features. So I have to go in and go to the section where there's an advanced feature and untick it for one camera so you won't delete all my information. This? Is that what I have to do? This has advanced options. Okay. This is... So is it going to delete all of the settings because I ticked the camera access input button? That's so dumb. The one feature that I wanted to do is an advanced option I have to pay for. No thanks. This should be in the sim by default that I can use my thumbstick to do this, but it's not. And they want me to pay for that. The ability to do this. Pay us money so you can use your thumbstick. That's crazy. Yikes. Imagine Microsoft charged you. Microsoft made it so you couldn't just look around with your thumbstick. And then somebody makes a mod you have to pay for to do the same. Ugh. Yikes. Yuck. Feels bad, man. Alright, what was the shortcut for... what was the shortcut for acceleration again? Was it Control Y or something? Keyboard. Acceleration. Rate. Time rate. What is it called? Warp? Time acceleration. What? Warp, time acceleration, sim rate. No, X camera is not paid. I just downloaded it. What is it? Oh my god. Accelerate. This is infuriating. What is it? Was it F7? Control 7? Control Y? I forget what it is. Is there a button up here to just do it? Maybe? Flight. Is it up here? Yoke visibility. Why isn't it under flight? Shouldn't it be up here? Replay. What? Alt T? I typed sim speed, didn't I? I typed speed? I typed sim for sim rate. Okay, Control T. Alt T. Ground speed. Control T. Okay. Time.
Come on, stop whining. The kids are
No.
soft. You lack discipline.
Control T, okay. Oh man. I just still can't believe you literally can't use your thumbstick to look around and have it just stop where you move the camera. It's wild that nobody in years and years of developing the sim has ever thought to add a tick box to leave it in the position you put it with the thumbstick. It's pretty crazy. Alright, well, so, I mean, the plane itself is doing fine. I think the bugs, or what I thought was a bug on the ground is maybe because I just didn't turn on GPU, but I don't know why that was preventing me from changing the MCP speed. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. Control T 4 times to reset. So we have to cycle through all of the faster accels to turn it off? There's got to be a way to just turn it off, right? Rate? Is that what it was called? Or it was called sim speed? There's got to be a way just to reset the speed, right? I mean, I don't want to go to 2x or 4x. Or to... There's not? Oh my god. Okay. I'm sure there's a mod I can pay for to do that. Right? Let me guess. Somebody made a mod to just go back to 0x. Or to... It's weird if you can go up but not down. You can only go up and you have to cycle through. It's so weird. I'm sure somebody made a paid add-on, right? for $10, I can reduce the time acceleration speed. Spam Control T. Yeah. That's funny. Just pay for the speed setting. I mean, this sim has been around so long, it's supposed to be better than Flight Sim with more options, but you literally, like, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. What is that? What the heck? Those golf, is that a golf course? Looks like a petri dish. Whoa, holy crap, you can zoom in far. I mean, there's more detail. I mean, it's very basic looking, but there's more detail than Flight Sim, I feel like, when you zoom in. Like, when you zoom in Flight Sim, like, the biggest problem in Flight Sim with the graphics, I think, is just the LOD at this point. Like, you can't really, like, telescope in and see detail. It would be cool if you could. It just becomes a blurry mess. Yeah, like, see, the runways look good from here. With X-Plane, like, when you do see things in the distance, like, the runways look good. In Microsoft, this would be a blurry mess. There's traffic. Now, the roads are blurry. I don't see any of the roads. This is all just satellite. The roads aren't, like, vector. This is just satellite images this high, it looks like. But you can definitely see the airports better, I think, in X-Plane from far away than you can in Microsoft. I think if you have scenery, it might be different in Microsoft, but oh my god, this reset button is so bad. Just, do I need to, can I don't think you can double bind things, otherwise I would double bind it to reset the zoom. That seems to be the bug. I zoom in, I hit back to home position, it just moves the coordinates, it doesn't reset the zoom to default, which is a weird choice. I really don't understand why it's so hard for people to make certain things possible in games. Just like do what it's... If I hit reset camera, why it doesn't reset the zoom is wild. It's a reset, guys. I didn't say reset the location and the angle, but don't reset the zoom. I said reset the camera. So it should change every setting related to the camera to reset it. Not everything but the zoom level. Like, you literally use something one time and you're like, oh, this is broken. Did the developer use it? We don't know. Disable X camera? I can't. I can't disable X camera because then I can't move. I can't. Oh, it's broken again, isn't it? I can't use my thumbstick to move my camera without X camera. That's why I'm using it in the first place, is because X-Plane doesn't have the simplest feature to just let you use an analog thumbstick to move your camera and not have it snap back to the front position every time. So I can't just look around with my thumbstick like I can with my mouse. It's very frustrating. Yeah, now it's working. I don't understand this thing. It's so bad. Like, I reset the camera position and now my thumbstick suddenly works. So I'm going around to different cameras. I go back to this one, then every now and then it just stops working. I have to go back into the plugin again. It's so weird. MCP is connected, cannot be powered by battery. Why was it showing the... Then why was it showing the speed? The speed and the lights were all on. With just the battery on. So that's a bug then, I guess. Because I had the battery on only and it powered it up. I just couldn't use it. It wasn't a test, it was permanent. I didn't click a test button either. Like, I didn't do this. That hasn't been touched. Yeah, I mean, so far the plane is good, but X-plane sucks. So I don't... X-plane and X-camera are very frustrating. This plane seems fine so far. I mean, the one time I flew it, it tried to kill me on final with the auto throttle. So we'll see if it happens this time. The level up is way better. Why did everybody say to get this one then? When I played X-plane last week, like literally everybody said get the Zibo mod, get the Zibo mod, get the Zibo mod. Is it because it's free and the level up one isn't? Maybe that's why. Everybody was swearing by this one. I mean, it seems fine. Like I haven't had a problem with the flight or anything. Besides maybe the auto trim, but maybe the auto trim shouldn't be working. Level up's free? Yeah, I don't think anybody mentioned that. Literally everybody said to get everybody said to get the Zibo mod. $285 miles. Well, I'll get the descent winds in real quick. Sim brief winds. Okay, descent winds. I'm gonna skip 35. We'll do 310, 200, and 100. $310 is 286.17. 200 is 277 at 9. 10,000 is 315 at 17. Interesting. Okay. 17, 9, 17. This music, yeah. It's better than listening to for 3 hours, so I don't need a white noise generator putting me to sleep. XP was using this mod? Yeah. Level up sounds are nice. I don't care about 8K textures or anything like that. If this sim had a decent camera and system and had multiplayer built in, live traffic built in, it would be so much more valuable. Just so lonely. It requires so many mods. The camera system requires a mod, like, for just the basic camera operations. I mean, really, it's just the thumbstick problem. I wouldn't need the mod if they would just let me do this with something other than my mouse. Yeah. I'm never going to shut up about it. It's crazy that nobody has once thought, maybe you should be able to use a thumbstick that so many peripherals have, which is literally made to look around. Like an analog thumbstick is for view. There's not really much more of a use for an analog thumbstick than it's an axis for a reason. It's for your camera. Can we get one of the X-Plane devs to get a peripheral that has a thumbstick? Then maybe they'll get it. You can use your thumbstick. It doesn't reset. Okay, where's the option to have it not reset? I have mine set to view look up and down. This is what it does when you let go. It's not a hat. It's an axis. It's not a hat. You can't make it work with the... I tried this last time. You cannot go here and do custom commands, move left and right. It won't work. It's a simple thumbstick axis like on an Xbox controller. So many peripherals have this. The problem is that it does this when I let go. It goes back to the middle. I don't want it to go back to the middle. Like, this is exactly what these thumbsticks are for, is for camera manipulation, and you can't even use it. Like, can somebody send the X-Plane dev team a peripheral that has a thumbstick so they understand what it's used for? That would be awesome. Apparently they've never used one. Because if they have, they would know that having it snap back to the middle like that with no option to not make it snap back is ridiculous. Why is the plane not on the center of the outs? Are you talking about Microsoft Flight Sim? When you use the external camera, it is centered on the outside view of the plane. Distorted fisheye view? Well, it's a camera, so you can change. You can just zoom in and out. Hey, Austin, have you used a thumbstick before? Yeah, that is my question. Because if you have used one before, then you know that thumbsticks are used for camera manipulation. And if you try to do that in X-Plane, you'll very instantly notice that it's horrible. Because it snaps back to the middle and the response curve is insane by default too. So why am I forced to use my mouse to be able just to look left and not hold? Like, imagine trying to hold the thumbstick exactly in this position. This is the experience. I'm trying to look left. Oh, I let go of the stick. Snap right back to the front. It's crazy. Yeah, like you literally just use the thumbstick one time and you know that it's not set up to be used with that. The thumbstick is not a hat. It's an axis. Yeah, I don't know MJJCYC why. You can do all the stuff you're saying in Flight Sim by default, so you can. If you're talking about Microsoft Flight Sim, then all the things you're saying are out of the box doable. When you hit the external camera button, it goes to a view like this, and it is 100% centered on the plane, just like this in Microsoft. This is exactly what it does. You can hit the plus and minus keys or rebind them just like this. If it's fisheye, it's because you're zoomed all the way out like this. This is zoomed all the way out. And it works the same way in Microsoft. Or you can zoom all the way in and flatten the picture out like a long lens. Just simple photography principles. It's exactly the same in Microsoft Flight Sim. The drone camera is what it sounds like. It's a drone that's free floating, so it is not anchored to the plane being centered like the external cam is, which is kind of like a chase cam. And again, you can still zoom in and out with it, or you can use the new photo mode in Flight Sim 24, which also gives you exposure. Also gives you exposure and depth of field controls. None of those things are, you don't need chase plane for any of those things. The thing that chase plane is going to let you do, from my understanding, is do things like these, like cool cinematic views, which are going to be really nice for people that make videos or just want it to look good outside, like, do this kind of thing. So I think that's cool. Like, X-Plane does have these views that Microsoft doesn't have by default, and I think that's great. But they still don't understand how to make just the thumbstick work, which is a big L. So, as usual, I mean, this one sim will do something better than the other sim. But, I mean, you use the camera all day long. So it's really annoying. I have to get a plugin that won't save my position because they want money for it just to use my thumbstick in the way it should work out of the box. Ask in the X-Plane Discord. It's called E-X-Plane for a reason. Yeah, I don't understand how nobody has used a thumbstick on the X-Plane team before. Just to move the camera. That's all I want to do. I mean, right here, there should be an option that says, like, for view, look up and down. Because then it's got view zoom, it's got view circle. I don't know what these are going to do. It does nothing in this view. Become a camera consultant. Dude, I use one thing. I should just be a QA person, really. Like, everything I use, I find so many problems with it. Like, how long has this mod been out? How long has X-Plane been out? Use it one time and find all these fundamental problems with it that are just ridiculous. It's like, create a help thread? Yeah, of course I did. That's just a way to not do any work. That's dev speak for we don't care about the feedback enough to actually look into it without you doing all the work. So that kind of dev team is just, that's a pathetic response. Any dev team like worth their salt is going to look at any feedback from places like Discord or Twitter or the internet in general. And the moment that they see something that is a bug or a concern about their software at such a simple level as using a thumbstick with a camera, that would instantly be like, if I ran into something like that at my job where people are giving feedback on something I've worked on in whatever line of work, if I give a crap about making a good product, I will look at that feedback and proactively make a note, make a ticket, make a project around it, and I do the work because it is literally my job. My job is not to say, hey, you go and do more work even though you've given me the information. I want you to go take that same information and go put it in another system for me. That's just pure laziness. That is 100% laziness, and you don't want people like that working for a product in general. Those are the people that don't give a crap about the quality of the product. They just want to pass the buck back to the user. So a user in the Discord told me, well, I'm not in the Discord. If you have a good product and a team that is building the product well, they're monitoring for stuff like that and feedback for like that. It's a current feature request. Yikes. When was that feature request made? How many years ago? No one on your team wants to deal with a customer's problem. Well, then they don't give a crap about the product then. Like, they actually don't care about it. If you don't want to deal with customers' problems, who are you building it for? How's X-Plane going? It's painful. The camera system is sad. I can't do the simplest things that I can do in a 5-year-old Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 in this sim that people like claim is so good. Like, I'm forced to use add-ons for things that should be in the base sim, like just using my thumbstick to move the camera around. Like, anybody that hears feedback from customers and brushes it off should not be working in software. I mean, this, and the mod is also horrible. Like, every time, like, the thumbstick is now not working again. So I'm hitting my thumbstick, I'm just moving it constantly right now. I'll toggle the control panel. Wait, how am I not in pilot view? I don't get it. Now, watch, I'm going to click pilot view, and now I can move the camera again with my thumbstick. Okay? I'm going to close this. I'm going to switch to a few different cameras with the shortcuts I made. I'm going to hit the reset camera button. And now I can't use it anymore. So whatever home position is, like, I don't know, they made a shortcut that's called go back to home position. How do I set this as the home position then? Let's find the setting that calls this the home position. Is there a home position setting? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here, under joystick, I set it to the thumb button. Position the camera at the home position. This is an X camera. This is specific to X camera. Home position. So this is to reset it to like the pilot view, home position. So how do I tell it what the home position is here? So this is their terminology, right? Home position. So how do I set this as the home position? You think maybe the first camera is the home position? Let's see, is the word home position anywhere in the UI? Am I missing it? Where's home position? Anyone see home position? I don't. Where is it? I don't see it mentioned anywhere. So, you know, yeah, it's so difficult to make this stuff. I mean, it shouldn't be. So every time I use the return to home position, there's no way to, oh, whoops, there's no way to define home position. So what is the point of calling it home position? I don't get it. I'm actually a full-time QA tester. That's why I can't use anything. The secret's out. Never got home position to work. Yeah, you bind it to set it to 1. I tried that and then it kept forgetting. So the problem with that was, yeah, I did the same thing. So I went up here, changed this thumb button that I'm looking at right now to camera position 1, which is the ID of 1. So when I look around and I hit the button, yeah, it brings me back to here. Maybe it will work now. Yeah, it seems to be okay. Yeah, I don't know what the heck home position means then. I did set this to 1. I tried to use that as my home position before. Camera complainer. I just use things. It's so weird how you use something and you find all these horrible problems with it the first time you use something. And then you get concerned because they've apparently had a whole team working on this for, you know, years and years and years. I can't believe that they don't have this ability in the default camera. It's wild. I mean, the plane itself has been fine though. No complaints about the plane really. Other than the EFB, like the operating the plane so far, totally working fine. The EFB needs a lot of work. I don't understand half the stuff in the EFB, why it is the way it is. Like it just needs a status. Like if I hit load passengers, tell me how many passengers are loaded. It's just everything's in so different areas. Like payload is here, where I set the payload, but then I go back here and I hit start flight leg or something, apparently means load passengers, but fuel is over here under payload to load fuel truck. Like the whole loading of everything should be in one spot together. If I go, like it should be like, okay, in a logical order where the fuel and balance would be over here, right? I don't know why fuel and balance isn't like number 1. Because the first thing you need to do when you get in the plane, besides the checklist, is go to fuel and balance, set up your flight, set up the payload, and then you'd expect after you set it up, there's some kind of status where you're loading everything and you're watching it load and getting a status of loading. Or at the very least, when it says it's done, it notifies you, gives you the full load sheet, tells you your CG, your final load, how many passengers, all that stuff. Like, so it's weird all that stuff's in different spots. Like you start here, you go to payload, you set the fuel, then you go back, then you hit fuel truck, then you have to go back to home, and then... Actually, sorry, you have to go over here, you have to make sure the passengers are set, and then you go back home. You use fuel truck from that section, but then you go back and hit initiate leg from here to do the passenger loading. Like, why is it in different spots? Like, it's just not, it's totally illogical. The flow doesn't make any sense. The flow should work in the way that you do it, you know, like Avi tab. Yeah, I didn't click on that. I don't even know what it is. I don't need a third. I assume it's to use a real world tablet. Start service cruise on ground. It's yeah, this thing is kind of messy. I can't believe that you can't put in your SimBrief ID. Are they still is this just like years old and they don't maintain it anymore? Because then I could understand it not having any modern features like just a simple SimBrief import with your SimBrief ID like every other plane does it. I could imagine it not having that if this thing's like 7 years old, the mod or something, and they've never upkeep it. But if they're still working on it like regularly, then I'm surprised it doesn't have a SimBrief feature. Just put in your ID. Saving files in a folder in 2025 is kind of nuts. To import a flight plan. It would make sense for like routes maybe that are static, but the flight plan in the OFP is different every time you generate it. So, what's the benefit to having a whole set of files like an archive? I don't know if there's a benefit. Yeah, I think this works fine. Going back to camera position 1, this works okay. It doesn't seem to be messing up. If you get Avi tab, you can use SimBrief without files, you mean? What is Avi tab though? Is this a third? Do I have to? I don't know. Clicking it doesn't do anything, so I don't know what it does. Is it do I have to use an external tablet though? You still have to save a file in the Mad Dog? That's dumb. Well, but isn't the Mad Dog in 24 yet? I mean, Flight Sim 24 changes a lot because you just have the EFB app for SimBrief, and you can theoretically use it in so many planes. The planes have to start supporting it, though. Another plugin.
738. Are you with me?
But do I have to save the files, or it'll just pull it in from the
Washington
web?
Center, Zulu Bravo 738, Boeing 737-800, from Livingston Municipal, altitude flight level 350, 1 POB, request flight
1 POB.
738. I have your details. Altimeter 293.
Yo, you have to save the file still?
Altimeter 2993, flight following, 738.
Lame. Yeah, I mean, maybe they just don't maintain this plugin, so that's why it has this archaic file system thing.
738. Radar contact.
Are you supposed to get like charts in this or something? Is there no Navigraph integration either? Because you don't have charts in link your Navigraph in charts. Oh, that. Oh my God, this. They think this is a power button. Tell me you haven't used a tablet in real life. Without telling me you haven't used a tablet in real life. It's all AviTab. What? Okay. I'm surprised clicking this doesn't just go to a little information thing that says get AviTab at blah URL. Okay. I mean, I just have Navigraph going here. I guess it's fine. I guess we're just used to the planes we fly in Microsoft having Navigraph capability in the tablets that they come with. Without, you don't have to download anything else. You just click in and link your Navigraph account. Latest update was March 17th. Really? Jeez. It's nice it's still active, but maybe you should add Navigraph and add SimBrief import. That would be great. People are still downloading files. Try out the planes in Microsoft Flight Sim and bring your findings back to this sim. You need an AviTab. So if it's just another download, why don't they just include it? Are we explain people now? Hell no. No way. No way. Don't I miss the PMDG? Yeah. Once they have it in Flight Sim 24, I'll gladly fly it again. Yeah, use SimBrief Downloader. Yeah, no thanks. It's so archaic. I don't need it anymore in Microsoft. Every plane has its own just import from SimBrief button you hit, so I'm not going to get a whole nother app running in the background just for one plane. It's just very outdated way to do it, so I don't do it anymore because I don't have to. Like, I realize I can get this stuff working, but if this plane's getting updates regularly, they should just embrace the modern way of doing it and just import it from SimBrief with the SimBrief ID. How do I like it compared to Flight Sim? Camera sucks, graphics aren't as good, except for the roads, and in general the airports and cities like are nice because they're like all handcrafted. Or they have the vector roads, but I mean, I see roads like for 3 minutes every flight, so it's more important to have a better phase in cruise than it is near a city, because most of the time you're not flying over a city. So in terms of like, even though I like how the cities look in X-Plane, and I like how the roads look and how the traffic looks and the street lights are awesome and all that detail around cities is great. The vast majority of the time you're not seeing that stuff during a flight, so it's kind of moot in a way that it's better because you almost never see it. So in Microsoft, when you're in cruise and you're flying, like, it looks so much better in cruise where you're looking at things most of the time. So, you know, like, it would be nice to have better roads and stuff in Flight Sim, and maybe we'll get them someday, but you know, the vast majority of the time you're looking out like this, and in X-Plane it looks way worse. The clouds look worse, the ground detail looks worse, the lighting is worse. Like, they've definitely improved it, but it doesn't hold a candle to how good Flight Sim 24 is. The physics, I don't know that it's very different. I don't know. I've barely played it, so I don't know. If it's good, if Flight Sim 24 physics are good enough for real world pilots and they swear by it, then it's good enough for me. Especially when they're adding things like wake turbulence now in Sim Update 2, it's really cool. I wish we had a crash modeling though. Like, X-Plane having crash modeling makes it so intense and like terrifying when you crash. The hand flying? Finally in a real simulator? Yeah, I hate this simulator. I don't hate it, it's just so far behind Microsoft, it's hard to play. Which is why I played it like 3 times in 5 years. Even with the new lighting updates or whatever, it's like, it's just kind of meh. Yep, Microsoft Flight Planner, yeah. Yeah, this isn't, I wouldn't call this a real simulator. Yeah, Microsoft has wake turbulence now. Is there wake turbulence in this real simulator? This one's the realest thing ever. They have wake turbulence, right? Yeah, you need a paid plugin for everything, exactly. We thought it was bad buying an airplane in Microsoft Flight Sim for like a certain number of dollars. The guy that makes X Camera wants you to pay for it to just save, to be able to save an option that lets you use your thumbstick like this. Like, how insane is that? Yeah, Flight Sim Sim Update 2 has wake turbulence. We've been playing around with it. They gotta iron out some of the performance in big groups, but it's really fun. I guess you'll know if somebody, all the VAT Sim enjoyers out there will finally know who's in Flight Sim 24 because the controller will need to say caution wake turbulence and it'll actually mean something, which will be really cool. Yeah, I mean, X-Plane feels dated. Like, it just feels dated. Even if they make updates, it just feels dated. It's so lonely too. Like, man, it's I have the injection on for other planes in Volanta, which is a cool thing to be able to do, but, you know, again, through another mod you have to download. It's just weird not having other people flying with you, not seeing any other traffic flying around. The ground is nothing special to look at in cruise. The lighting is still not as good as Flight Sim. The clouds are not as good as Flight Sim. Like, it's gotten a little better, but like, there's some weird looking stuff. I mean, maybe they have a lot more work to do, but the darkness in the cockpit is insane. Like, I need to do this with the camera for it to brighten it up so I can actually see. The Volanta is not a Volanta traffic injector. Yeah, I am using Plane Pals. I see nobody. I'm flying from... Where am I flying from? I have it on. We've seen it like 3 people. You can't do like a group flight in it. Not the way that you can do it in Microsoft. It's just too far behind. You need an add-on for absolutely everything. I have Plane Pals on. There's just a few people. There's some people coming up here. Volanta just needs to make their own injector. Like, it's a cross-platform product, cross-sim product. They should have made their own injector forever ago. And made it part of their premium product. Have to install live traffic. Yeah, it's so lonely and boring. There's no like beyond ATC equivalent, right? Like an AI ATC, buy it once. I'm guessing there's nothing like that. All right, how is our? I can't. And yeah, how many miles do we have? 69. All right, let's go back. Oh yeah, it got rid of the thing that said my sim rate, right? What was it? Control T? Oh, okay, it's off now. Playing just to roast the crap out of it? I roast everything. Did you... I mean, every time I play Microsoft Flight Sim, if I'm flying a new plane, if things are crappy, I'll roast it. Of course.
69.
Nice. No, I mean, if it's things that are just like so basic, like using a thumbstick to use a camera is not in the sim, yeah, I'm gonna roast it for that. This sim has been around forever. I have to get a mod just to be able to do this with my thumbstick. Not a hat, a thumbstick, like an Axis thumbstick. It's crazy. That's not in the sim. And yeah, I mean, everything you want needs add-ons. You want decent satellite images, you need an add-on for it. You want multiplayer, you need an add-on for it. You want live injected traffic, you need an add-on for it. You want to use the thumbstick with your, you want to just use your simple thumbstick that should be in the sim by default. You need an add-on for it. Crazy. You want sim brief on the tablet on this plane? Oh no, not sim brief. You want Navigraph charts? You click this. It doesn't tell you what you need, but apparently you need an add-on for the add-on. There's an add-on for the add-on. So it's just kind of crazy how much you need to get for like the things you're just used to getting. And Flight Sim 24 has upped it even more. Like Flight Sim 20, you would get like a lot of the planes just have SimBrief import built in, like the airliners, but 24 is even better now with the EFB app and the full EFB. It's incredible. I just don't think roads looking better is not going to make me play X-Plane when everything else is better in Microsoft Flight Sim. I mean, so far flying this plane, the default 737 that comes with the sim in Microsoft is as good as this, it feels like. So I don't really need... I mean, I already have a plane as good as this for $0. And then there's... I mean, that's not even talking about the fly-by-wire one. I mean, there are things in X-Plane I want Microsoft to do. Like, the cities can look way better in Microsoft. The roads can look way better. The traffic lights look really cool. The way the ground road traffic looks is really cool. But if I had to pick, of course, I'll pick the better visuals and clouds. Like, look how... This just does not look good. It just doesn't look good. Like, what is happening here? Like, these funny, like... zigzag patterns. Looks kind of funny. What the heck is this? You know, like there's so many weird things. Like this is the new cloud stuff. So yeah. It just looks better in Flight Sim. Objectively looks better. You have less than half the add-ons running in 24. Yeah, the EFB is a huge win in 24. It's incredible. I don't even have I'm not even using auto FPS anymore, honestly. I just have been using the dynamic one, and the dynamic one set to 60 has actually been doing really well. I think the number one thing X-Plane does better is draw distance. Like Microsoft's biggest problem right now, which it looks like total crap, is the LOD problems look horrible in Flight Sim 24. Seeing other planes, seeing lights from a distance, seeing detail in the distance, it's really bad. They need to fix all of that. That is one thing that X-Plane does better. The fidelity of the visuals are not better, but just the draw distance is so much better when we're like on the ground and in cities and looking for traffic. Seeing ground vehicles moving around, seeing road traffic moving around on the ground looks really good in X-Plane. If Microsoft can fix the LOD stuff and the draw distance stuff, like I want to see lights from a plane like 30 miles out or something. And I don't want to wait for a multiplayer plane to be within 300 feet to see it. You know, it's super weird. Boat traffic is lonely in Microsoft. There's just a general draw distance and level of detail problem in Microsoft. That's one of the biggest crappy things about it right now that I hope they fix. Newest update to Sim Update 2 has your FPS capped at 30. If your FPS is capped, check your VSync first. If you have a monitor where you're using VSync, make sure it's not set to like 50% frame rate in the VSync setting. It looks at your monitor refresh rate, and the VSync setting is based off that frame rate, that hertz setting on your monitor. So if your monitor is set to 60 hertz and you have VSync turned on at 50%, it will cap it at 30. If it's 120 and you have it set to 50%, it'll cap it at 60. So yeah, check VSync. If you have a G-Sync monitor, G-Sync compatible, like with NVIDIA, and you have G-Sync enabled, you want VSync to be off in all of your games because G-Sync will be working already. So VSync should be off if you use G-Sync. Yeah, the draw distance is really bad. I think it's some weird strategy they made to try to improve performance, and it shows, and it's really bad in Microsoft. See, I will roast Microsoft as well. It's not just roasting X-Plane. Like, it is gross looking in Microsoft, the LOD problems. Like flying in, you just see a fuselage, and then all of a sudden you see wings. It looks comical in Microsoft. I don't only roast X-Plane. Yeah, the clouds look really weird right now. This area, this looks fine. Over here looks okay. There's these weird areas where they become like super solid. Like, I don't know what is. This looks super weird. The way it like gets all solid in one section and kind of like blurs. I don't know. The VRAM. Yeah, the VRAM was so bad. We tested that for like days. Yeah, I switched the VRAM bug was so bad. I don't know how it is in Sim Update 2 now, but I switched my whole video card to AMD because the VRAM in Microsoft Flight Sim was such a problem. It was ruining my streams. And so did V2, by the way. He switched from an NVIDIA card, the same one I had, the 4080, to the 90s. He inspired me to change to the 7900 XTX because it was so bad. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys that are still on NVIDIA have seen that it's better or not with Sim Update 2. I hope it is. Memory leaks in 24. Not since I switched to the AMD card. The one stuttering problem I've seen in Sim Update 2 is related to the new wake turbulence. Oh, V1, sorry. Did I say V2? Sorry, V1, yeah. I said V2. Yeah, you guys should watch V2. Better than V1. The evolution. Faster. Better. Better now with Sim Update 2. But yeah, the Sim Update 2 wake turbulence is causing stutters when we do our big group flights. So if there's like 30 of us or even 20 or 10, even like a dozen, I feel like it does it with the wake turbulence on. So there's some kind of performance problem with that. But it's in the beta. It's a new feature in beta. All right, TOD. I'll just pull this down. Oh, why did that map just... What the heck? Did that map just disappear when I hit the altitude button? Or when I rolled the altitude down? I think it might have. That was weird. Zoom it in, zoom it in. Okay, it's back. Dem Pork Chops.
Very nice. Thank you, Dem Pork Chops, for being a couch captain for 2 months. You keep the stream flying high, like a Kazakhstan eagle. Great success.
Whoa. Whoa, what the heck? Where did that come from? What the heck? What? Where? What? I don't understand. Where did that come from and how do I get rid of it? Click the top of the checklist? Oh my god, that's so weird. Holy crap, what a dumb spot to put the checklist click spot, dude. At the top of the MCP, where you're going to be clicking buttons all the time. If you just misclick once, you have to deal with the dude. Put it down here somewhere. What the heck is the thinking? And you can't even see that it's there. It's an invisible... That's so... Oh my god, guys. Why does nobody think things through? It blows my mind every time at the decisions that people make. You put an invisible click spot on something like... God. Put it down here somewhere. Like, put it away from the buttons you interact with on the day-to-day. I can't even see it. Like, if I move up here to click it, sure. That's where the checklist... Okay, then don't make it work by clicking through the wall. Make me go up here to grab it or something. That's so bad. Yes, but this isn't real. You guys realize this isn't real life, right? I don't know if you guys know this. In real life, when you stick your hand out and intentionally wrap it over the top of the MCP to grab the checklist with your fingers, you realize that's different than me reaching for a button over here and clicking through, physically through an object with a mouse cursor to click an invisible click spot I can't see right now. You realize that's different, right? You guys know that this isn't real life, right? In real life, your hand would physically, intentionally go over the MCP and reach into a pocket, grip it, and then pull it out, right? Does anybody know that? The amount of action and precision you need to physically go and do that? I'm literally trying to click a button with my mouse over here and accidentally pull out the checklist. That's the problem. This is not real life, Simmers, just so you know. Flying a plane in X-plane does not make you a 737 captain. I'm sorry to break your bubble. So yeah, this is a dumb spot for an invisible spot I can accidentally click to get a checklist out that blocks my view from interacting with the MCP. Bad spot. People just don't think things through. They're just like, oh, it's up there, so I guess that's right. No, it's not, because you're introducing an accidental click spot where I can't see what I'm clicking and it's going through the edge here of the MCP area to click an invisible thing that I'm not actually looking at. It's not the right place to have a click spot for that. Put it away from it. Like, make this the click spot or something. Something that's actually out of the way of other buttons. It should not be something I can accidentally do, like I just did. That's why it's the wrong decision. Turbojets expect 14,000. Wait, it didn't. Wait, why didn't it start my TOD? Oh my god, okay. It didn't start my TOD even though we're at 5,000. Why? LNAV and VNAV are both active. We hit our TOD. We're now 37 miles past it. And it didn't start the descent? I put the arrival in, right? Let me check the FMS. Yeah, 2100 restriction right there. Why are we not descending? This is the best 737? TOD doesn't even work. Okay. Why am I not surprised? Okay. I guess we're using the good old vertical speed. Alright, TOD doesn't work, I guess. Yeah, something is wrong here, look. We're passing Turks and now it's highlighting the next restriction. This was already our next restriction. This should have been highlighted before we got to Turks. So what is going on here? The next VNAV constraint I'm pretty sure should always be magenta, right? No, you don't need to hit altitude intervene for starting top of descent. I'm just using vertical speed because I'm going to need it to catch up. Because now we're too high, we're above the profile, so I'll have to make it go faster than usual. Altitude intervene is if I want VNAV to do it. I turn on vertical speed. What rating would I give Flight Sim 24 and X-Plane out of 10? I mean, 10. What does 10 mean? Like, it's as good as The Last of Us Part 1? Does it mean it's as good as Final Fantasy 7 on PlayStation 1? Is that what a 10 is? I need to know what a 10 means. Microsoft is better. I don't think anybody should play X-Plane. Wild comparison. Well, I don't know what a 10 means. Like, should I rate? If I rate it compared to X-Plane, I think everybody should play Microsoft Flight Sim 24. I mean, the default 737 that comes with Microsoft Flight Sim is basically as good as this, or better. I mean, it does the TOD properly in the free one. So, and you have fly-by-wire. So, yeah, built-in multiplayer. You have built-in AI traffic. Everything looks good. The clouds look better. The lighting model is better. There are way more default planes that you get. There's a built-in marketplace. If you want to go extreme, you have the Phoenix and PMDG planes, which real-world pilots say are like the best you can get. I mean, I don't think there's any comparison. It's just, people go back to X-Plane now. They don't full-time X-Plane. It's like a thing you go to try it every now and then when there's an update, but you're just playing Flight Sim. I did lower the MCP altitude. Yeah, I did. We had 0.6 or 0.7 miles till TOD. I lowered it down and it didn't start after TOD. I did it when I was between 0 and 1 miles till TOD. I noticed it, I pulled it down, and it didn't start the descent. And then the current VNAV restriction wasn't shown until we passed the next waypoint. It should have been active before we got there. The active constraint was wrong. Should you play this game that works after 40 hours of setup? No. I mean, maybe it's possible it could be possible I was at negative 0.1 and I couldn't see it. Maybe it was negative 0.9 miles, in which case that's my fault. I thought it said 0.9 miles. Maybe I did it right after the TOD. One to 2 hours. It does not take 1 to 2 hours to set up. X-Plane? We're just so high that I'm going to have to vector myself around.
X-Plane is like going out with your crazy ex-girlfriend. It makes you regret not sending her to voicemail.
You do X-Plane because you don't have it on Mac? Yeah, but nobody who really games on a Mac. I've been using a Mac for a really long time. For work stuff, for a really long time. And that is true of almost every game. A game working on Mac is the exception, not the rule. People that game play on consoles and play on PCs, so that's not a reason to not play 24. You're just lucky that X-Plane happens to be on Mac, because almost no games are compatible with Mac. Most people gaming are playing on a PC or a console. So that doesn't mean that Microsoft sucks. Because then you have to say that about every single game that it's not available on Mac. Does The Last of Us suck? Does Call of Duty suck? Does, you know, well, Call of Duty does suck, but, you know. Does Destiny suck? Does literally insert the name of any game here suck? Just because you happen to not have a PC? No. The Sim is fantastic. Call of Duty does suck. I'm surprised people still play that game. It's so tired. So over, just... It's like the cookie cutter video game. Very... I can't believe people still find it entertaining. Fortnite is more fun than Call of Duty at this point. Alright, I'm getting behind the plane a little. Let me check here. We need the altimeter. Let's just use the one over here. 2993. It's weird. There's a pre-selector in this. Does that NG have a pre-selector? I thought it was only the... It's not only the Max that has a pre-selector? Forget if the NG has a altimeter pre-selector. I guess it does. Windsor 010 at 12. Landing runway 5. What? What the heck? Oh. Yeah, this is my fault. We're not in MCP speed. Or we're not in FMS speed. Dude, slow down. Why is it not bringing the throttle to idle? Dude, the MCP speed's set to 250. Why are you not powering down? Why is it at 36%? Hello? Hello? Auto throttle. Pull the throttle back. I have to manually pull the throttle back? What is happening? No, it's not a speed brake problem. It's not idle. 36 idle? What? Wait, how is it? Dude? 36 is the idle? How is 36 there is no way, right? Shouldn't idle be like in the 20s? Why is 30... Is that a high idle or is it just me? How is the idle at 35%? On the ground it's in the 20s, yeah. How is it so fast? What? There is no way. How is the idle power... Idle throttle 30s... What? Is it... It's physically in the idle position. How is it 30%? Something is wrong. This should go down to 0, shouldn't it? And then the limit of this would be higher than where I have the physical throttle? What? I don't understand. Am I crazy? How is this the idle position? Is there a calibration I have to do? This is what happens when a PMDG user... Well, I've also used the iFly Max, and I've also used the Asobo Max. And the PMDG 777, and the 787, and... Why is... This doesn't make any sense. Hello? Can I move this, please? No, what's weirding me out... yeah, I know it's the Zibo, the free X-Plane one that can't do a top of descent correctly, I know. What this... Maybe it's a UI problem, but when I move the physical throttle back, it should show it that I'm moving it lower to the actual position that it can go to physically. It's just very strange how it's being represented here compared to all the other Boeings I've flown. I mean, we're only going at 1,400 feet per minute. Yeah, this is very strange. I don't understand. It's funny how you call the PMGG unrealistic when there's so many real-world pilots that fly those planes constantly and don't say that they're unrealistic, so I don't know where that's coming from. I guess all the real-world pilots that fly and stream and fly the PMGGs are lying, I guess? I don't know. I'll ask them the next time they're flying why they're lying about the plane. You just said that the PMGGs are unrealistic. This is what happens when a PMGG user, unrealistic, flies the Zibo, actually realistic. You're saying the PMGGs are unrealistic. That's... what am I missing? That's literally what you just said. So how is the PMGG unrealistic? Never mind. I'm just reading what you're writing. You said the PMGG is unrealistic and this plane is realistic. I don't know how the PMGG is unrealistic.
Go.
Yeah, level up. Yeah, I wrote that down. For some reason, everybody recommended this one. Besides the MCP being weird on ground, and I think I'd have to watch the replay, but I'm pretty sure it missed my top of descent and didn't start descending me, and the EFB being really weird and very disorganized. I guess it's been okay. And then this showing, not showing my physical throttle location on this is a weird change that I'm not used to as well. When it looks like I'm not in, like, when I move it to 0, it's actually at 30 or whatever. Like, it's not representing the physical location of the throttle like other planes do. So that's a strange change. But the behavior seems to be okay. They just do it differently with this. Like the UI is strange. When you pull back, like the way it represents where your physical throttle is here is different in this plane than every other Boeing that I've flown in the sims. I don't know, I'm probably going to smash into a mountain or something because I'm not paying attention. I mean, I think it's just a UI thing that's happening with this. But I'm going to be behind because I'm here dealing with all this crap and instead of flying the actual plane.
In the wild world of virtual aviation, we observe Kip, a creature of habit, fixated on the glowing chat room. But alas, he neglects the critical tasks of flying.
Yeah, I'm not even flying.
Off course,
109.1.
gravity's gentle pull. Classic Kip.
Probably gonna slam into a mountain. What? What do you mean error? Okay. I was on VR. I don't have my charts ready or anything either, so I have to probably circle around again. What are we doing? ILS 5? 1600? It should start a descent. Okay, start the descent. Why isn't it starting? Doesn't it start with 1,000 feet per minute descent? What's it doing? Hello? Okay. Doesn't altitude intervene start the 1,000 feet per minute descent when you hit the button? If you're above profile? Maybe I'm thinking of the Boeing. 200 at or above and runway 5, PA at 1600. Is this accurate? Where's our new TOD? 1600's our constraint. We're at 4600. Let me level off it, then will it give me a TOD? Okay, where's my TOD? 1600. 1600 is set. VNAV is on. Profile is showing below us, but we're 40 miles out, so we don't have to start our descent to like way out here, so where's the new TOD? It's showing the vertical profile below us, but that's not. We're at 6, it should be way. What? What is happening? We're at 4,600 feet. We need to go down to 1,600 feet. It's like 40 miles away, so our TOD should be right around here somewhere. Our vertical profile, therefore, should be way over our head. Not below. Why is the vertical profile below? When we don't have to start our descent to go down 3,000 feet to like way over here, which it's not showing me. We're in LNAV mode, VNAV path mode. This is our restriction. The vertical profile should be above me because we don't need to start our descent for a while to go down 3,000 feet. I think this is also broken. What is going on? Where's the TOD for my next descent? The center? Well, it says the profile is above me. So why? No, it doesn't. What? Why is the vertical... I don't understand what's happening. It's supposed to? I thought this was realistic, though. Remember? Come on, where's the realism? Yeah, this is confusing. I need to descend to 1,600. I'm on VNAV and LNAV. I need to descend 3,000 feet more, and it's showing the vertical profiles below me. Doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. Press VNAV twice? Well, I just enabled VNAV. Okay, we're back on VNAV path. Still says the profile is below me when it's not. I'll just use the good old vertical speed mode. Alright, so final approach course is 047. We need to zoom in because we can't. God, because it's blinding. Minimums, ILS 226 baro minimums. Whoops. Wrong knob. Let me get the altimeter again. 2993. Why is it on radio? I told it to be on baro by default. Okay. 226. Alright, 226 is set. Final approach course is set. My god, we see one more human. Incredible. We finally found a human. So the VNAV doesn't work right. The top of descent doesn't work right. It just seems like VNAV problems. Unless I'll have to check the replay to see if I did the top of descent. If I didn't change the selected altitude until after the TOD, but I'm pretty sure it was 0.9 miles or so before. And that seems to have problems. I mean, right now the TOD is not, or the VNAV is not working. We can see our constraint right here at 1600. I got 1600 at MCP altitude, and it shows the VNAV profile below me. So something is wrong. All right, let's get our landing performance. Because I'm assuming that the EFB one is, well, let's look at the EFB one. I'm guessing it's going to give me no information about actually landing, just like the takeoff one. Didn't give me any takeoff information, which is weird. VREF, add, and landing weight. What? This is the same thing. When I set this up, what is it? What is this gonna do? It's not gonna show me anything, right? Just like the takeoff one shows me nothing after I enter everything. I'm just gonna use SimBrief. This thing is, it doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna use SimBrief to calculate it. Auto brake 3, VREF 145. Alright, 146, close enough. Wind correction says we're gonna have a 7 knot headwind. I guess I'll just put that here. I don't actually know if we just put in the headwind component or not. Alright, and auto brakes 3. I didn't turn anti-ice on or anything. Alright, we got the glide slope above us. The VNAV is still broken. So we're just going to use vertical speed to descend ourselves. Let's use the banana. Alright, if hopefully the banana is accurate. If it is, then our descent's good. Alright, Vorlok, and we got DME 23.4. Do we use the DME for the approach or not? IORF. IORF has DME, yes, 109.1. IORF. Okay, 047. Enter the landing weight, it shows. I don't trust it after using the takeoff one, which gave me no useful information at all. 299er winds are 010 at 8. What is the magnetic variation? How do you find magnetic variation on? I think it's on the ground chart. Alright, here we go. West 9, east is least, so we add 9, so 019 at 8 would be the winds. Outside air temp 11. QNH 299er 3. Okay, and I'll just grab our landing weight. I'll just grab it from SimBrief instead of fumbling with the CDU. 137, 594. Okay. I did it. It's not telling me what flaps to use. It's not telling me what my brake settings should be. What is the point of this? Where's the calculate button? Enter the runway. Oh yeah, the runway is 5. Okay, but what is this doing? It's supposed to be telling me this stuff. 149, 30 plus 5. Oh, here it is. Okay. Why doesn't it... Okay. I see. God, that's confusing. Every other calculator I've ever used, you literally like hit a button that's like calculate and then it shows you the stuff. Just put a big button down here that says like calculators. People are so bad at making interfaces, man. Okay, so yeah, auto brake 2, auto brake 3. This is giving us auto brake 2. I hate like almost everything that people make in UI. It's so frustrating. Just put a big button that says calculate, like every other good EFB. Or like all the good EFBs. There's a button to hit when you're done filling out the information. Like filling out any form on any internet online website, tablet you've ever used in your entire life for the last 800 years has done this. Just do what they do. It's so easy. Like it's like a cheat sheet. The world is like a cheat sheet. You just do what other people do. And then everybody knows how to use it. It blows my mind. God, that's so weird. There's no indication that I've finished filling everything in. And why would I select all of this here? I don't need to enter any of this information at all. All it needs is the stuff on the left and then this and this. What is the point of these when it's going to tell me what to use? It should tell me the recommended settings. It's the whole point of using a calculator. It's the whole point of calculating landing performance. Like, I guess the flap setting makes sense, but the rest, like...
738, contact.
AC brake. Why is brakes here? This does not need to be here. You're going to tell me what the brakes are using.
118.9
Oh, God. And just put a button that says calculate. If you can't make UI, get somebody that knows how to make it. Pair up with somebody. Team up, you know. Get some help. Get some help making it. Ask somebody else to help. Oh, I got the air brakes out still. This is just so frustrating.
Are you with me?
738. At least the buildings are melted. I agree. Everything is very low res and stuff, but at least they aren't melting. This has been a very frustrating 3 hours. I actually like the sound of that. I like the sound of the
Are you with me?
Of the trim wheel in the Boeing. I like it. Now, when I move the throttle, is it going to automatically disconnect auto throttle? I guess we'll see how it works. Should probably have these things on. So I need to move it to the 60% spot. Okay, it's reacting to it and not turning off auto throttle, so manually turn it off.
500.
Oh my God, we see cars.
400. 300. Approaching minimums.
738. Are you with me?
Minimum. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Man, auto brakes 3 definitely seemed like overkill from SimBrief.
Seven, three, eight. Are you with me?
No. We're not with you. I feel like the plane, I'm going to try the TOD again. Potentially the TOD is bugged. The VNAV is bugged. The EFB is not good. Not intuitive, rather. It's very weird how it's laid out. The hand flying felt really good, though. That landing felt good. I wish I could have an actual good, just external camera in this sim, though, like you do in Microsoft, because I would love to, like, watch the plane right now.
7, 3, 8.
But I can't use my thumbstick, so I have to reach over and use... Oh, God. Okay. I just can't... I still can't believe the thumbstick thing. Like, they literally force you to use your mouse to move the camera. It's horrible. I think it's so nice in Microsoft. X-Plane needs to do what Microsoft does. I don't know what runway view means. I don't know how to replay the landing. I don't play this sim, clearly. This is such a bad external camera. Like, why does it move it? Why does it change the position of the camera from where I moved it? Like, I put it over here, I go inside, I go back outside, it's reset the camera every time. It's so frustrating. I didn't record it. Or is it just recording the whole time? Replay mode. Oh, toggle replay mode? Whoa. Do you not have to record it? Is it just always recording? You don't? Oh, that's cool. That's a good feature. Whoa. That's an awesome feature then. I wish Microsoft had that. That's way better. Oh, that's great. Okay. And I assume it's going to leave my camera alone when I move it. I mean, it's going to reset it every time I press the button, of course. Okay. I like that a lot. Machine, if you tell me to select runway and you don't tell me how to do it, I'm not going to know how to do it. If you can tell me how to do it, then I could do it. I don't know how to select runway view again. I don't play the sim. No shampoo, no. I'm just trying the free one that everybody says is really good. Doesn't seem to have... Seems to have bad VNAV problems. Yeah, this replay is really nice. Shift 5, thank you. Wow. Okay. Nice. View runway view from the menu at the top. Okay. Is that the one he just told me to do? Runway view. Oh, shift 3. Okay, it's just shift 3. Yeah, if Microsoft could have a replay mode like this, that would be awesome. This replay mode is incredible. I don't have to remember to start it. It seems to work fine with the plane. That's great. That's a W for X-Plane for sure. Like, of course, yeah. The replay one in Microsoft sucks. So runway view moves it to the end of the runway, and then I have to move it all the way over to the plane. I wish they would learn to... They need a camera where when you use it, it leaves the camera where you last left it. So I don't have to keep going to the camera thing and then repositioning it every single time is so annoying. It's extremely annoying to have to do that over and over again every single time. I don't know why. Like, what is just the simple external camera I can toggle to? I have X camera. It's a nightmare to use. I hate it. Shift 4. Okay, now I go on my plane and I hit Shift 4 and it resets the camera. Why? Why does it keep resetting the camera when I moved it? Like, if I leave the camera here, I just want to go in the cockpit and then I want to go back out to that camera. But it moves it every time. It's like, stop moving my camera. If this is a camera that's attached to the plane, then theoretically right now the camera is positioned here behind the right tail of the plane. So when I go back to that camera, why is it not back there? It's so frustrating. It's just like both dev teams do the dumbest things and they need to like talk to each other. They'll do like a really smart thing and then also do a really dumb thing. Like they make this great replay tool and they don't know how to make a camera. I don't understand. Why can't I just toggle between the outside camera and the inside camera? And the outside camera leaves it where I left it. Just leave my camera alone. I don't want to reset the camera. Like, just stop. Microsoft does the cameras great. Microsoft cameras work perfectly. And every plane has preset views for every instrument camera position you need. You don't have to set anything yourself. If the developer did their job for the plane. But then they have a horrible replay system. And X-Plane doesn't know how to set a camera. It's like, why do you always reset the camera? It's so frustrating. And just so unnecessary and dumb. And then on the Microsoft side, it's like the replay tool is so bad. This one is so good. This is awesome. I love it. Like, this is fantastic. I always forget to start the replay tools. Every replay tool in Microsoft, you have to remember to start it, which is so dumb. Including the built-in one. This is incredible. We need this in Microsoft Flight Sim. And we need good cameras in X-Plane, because they're horrible. Just a sim... Oh, I was pretty far left. Yeah, the wing effects are incredible, too. But I think that's per... Is that per plane? Yeah, the wing effect should be built in. There are a few things built into 24 now, but yeah, the having the wing condensation for free is also incredible. It's very, very good. I don't know how people deal with the camera system in this game, though. It is horrid. It is the worst. Even with the X camera thing, which is so unintuitive, it's just, oh. How it was like changing my camera settings for me without me changing them. See, this is where X-Plane looks incredible. Like, look at the ground detail of the roads, the view distance of the buildings, how clean the street like vectors are and everything. Better in X-Plane. But you see this one time, you see this twice. You see it when you take off, you see it when you land. All the on-route stuff does not look great. It's just like they need to combine forces, man. Get the replay tool from X-Plane into Microsoft. It's like constantly recording. That's so awesome. Get the road detail, get the car detail, get the view and draw distance details in there. Like that is so cool. I love that I don't have to remember to set up the replay tool. Yeah, I'm pretty off center with the wheel. I didn't give it any rudder there until I touched down. Yeah, then I finally ruddered. Yeah, that's so awesome. I assume I can do slow-mo. Yeah, you can do slow-mo, slow back. Yeah, this is really intuitive. Yeah, this is beautiful. It's great replay tool. Got both wheels at the same time, it looked like. Engine fire? No. I do like that there's actually visible damage in this sim, though. That's a better thing. Like when we were just messing around last week and I accidentally, like I was flying along the road, like flying along the freeway, flying under freeway signs and stuff, and just, you know, went off and blew up. That was, that was awesome to see. It's just the cameras are so infuriating in this. It just makes me hate the entire sim for such a basic thing that should work well. Yeah, it spews fire. Yeah, I wish we had some simple crash damage in Microsoft Flight Sim. It just makes it like, it's not like a thing that's like, haha, lol, look, the plane crash. I mean, it can be funny in this circumstance. It's a video game, right? Like, so like, yeah, it can be funny, but it's also just like makes it more terrifying. Like when you get in an accident, I was like, oh my God, this is like devastating. I felt horrible about the accident. I was like, oh my God, this is like violent and horrible. In Microsoft Flight Sim, it's like a joke. You're like, yeah, okay, it throws me back in the air, 0 damage. I bounce around like ragdoll style. It's just like silly looking, you know? Yeah, I can see why people fly both sims, but people shouldn't be delusional about what is better in one sim over the other, and I think they are a lot of the time. For example, the clouds do not look better in X-Plane. The lighting does not look better in X-Plane. The ground detail does not look better in X-Plane. Like when people say those things just because they play X-Plane more, they're coping. The same way that somebody playing Microsoft Flight Sim would be coping if they said that the runways look better and the airports look better. In general, they do not. The airports in X-Plane look much better, even though the graphic fidelity isn't as good, right? Maybe they don't have any super fancy buildings. It's the accuracy and just how simple it's laid out, and you're not running over crazy terrain bumps. You don't have melting buildings. The fidelity might not be better than like a third-party scenery or some crap, but the handcrafted airports look incredible compared to Microsoft. It's got the upper hand. But the reflections, the terrain detail, the satellite imagery, the clouds, and the lighting are way better in Microsoft objectively. The replay tool is way better in this. There's like actually a usable replay tool. The one in Microsoft sucks. It 100% sucks. That did feel like a really smooth landing. Like I can't really comment on the flight model other than knowing what other real world pilots that stream say about the flight models. Maybe the real world pilots disagree, but I do seem to have easier landings in X-Plane so far. So that could mean it's unrealistic. If I suck, maybe it's unrealistic and I shouldn't have such smooth landings. Or maybe it is more realistic and I am doing a good job landing. Or maybe the opposite is true. Maybe in Microsoft... What's going on here? Oh, do I have to exit the... Oh, I have to exit. Okay. Maybe in Microsoft, it's more realistic, and that's why I have crappier landings in airliners. Like, I have pretty hard landings in airliners, like 400 or 500 feet per minute regularly. Which one is more realistic? Like, X-Plane feels easier. The few landings I've done feel easier. I don't know if that means... I would like to think that means the flight model is more. Like, you know, which sim I get smoother landings in is not the same as which sim is more realistic with the flight model. Just because I feel good because I get smoother landings in X-Plane doesn't mean it's more realistic. It might mean that it's less realistic, and that's why I'm getting smoother landings. So I don't know what the answer there is. I don't fly in real life, and 95% of the people that sim don't fly in real life, so I'm not sure. But I would rather have airports that look like this, that are more basic and handcrafted, than what we get in Flight Sim. I would rather have roads and runway lighting that looks like this. I prefer the ground lighting and the cities and stuff in X-Plane to Microsoft, but I prefer the everything else on the ground better in Microsoft. X-Plane computes physics in real. So does Microsoft. I don't know. Of course, Microsoft is computing it in real time. You can turn on all the visualizations just like you can in X-Plane. There are people that say that Microsoft physics are better. Like real-world pilot people. Like I'm pretty sure V1, who's one of the more popular real-world pilots who sims, he prefers Flight Sim 24 for everything. He always rates Flight Sim 24 better than X-Plane. So I would guess that he knows what it's like to wear airliners. Flight Sim physics are dependent on a preset flight model? Huh? I mean, I know they had a legacy flight model in 2020 and then the 2020 flight model. In 2024, the legacy one is the 2020 model, I think, and now there's a new 2024 flight model. But I mean, it's all physics. You can turn on all of the visualizations to see the physics, to see the rotor wash, to see the wake turbulence, to see the fluid dynamics, to see, you know, you can turn all those on. They create the flight model by hand? I mean, I assume they're... I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, they're all impacted by the world itself, all the physics in the sim itself. I mean, they have to tweak it so it feels true to life based on like the input curves and how the wind flies over the wing surfaces and all that. But I think they need to make modifications to calibrate it essentially. But I don't think I don't think a plane creator is not expected to make their own physics, like wind physics, like I don't think in either sim, right? That would be crazy. Then if they were, then what is the sim doing? Like the sim is the engine. So that, yeah, I think they need to make tweaks, I would assume, to like calibrate it so it feels what like the real world pilots that are using it and testing it, what they feel like is realistic in different scenarios. So like if they set like a 20 knot crosswind on the landing and they're flying this plane they're developing, they might need to tweak parameters, you know, based on how it behaves in that crosswind scenario. But I don't think they don't like tweak the wind. The wind is just in the sim, I think. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I would be, because any other small developer would never be able to make a plane. Like somebody making like a little Piper or something as a side project for $15 in the marketplace. There's no way they're learning how to build an entire physics engine. You know, like, yeah, that's what the sim is responsible for, right? Dude, I like the replay thing a lot. I don't understand what happened with the VNav. I don't know why the VNav was so... Oh, what? That literally quit the sim. Oh. I thought that was going to quit to the main menu. What the heck? God, that was so frustrating. I don't think I even want to fly anymore. That tablet, the X camera, I can't make the camera do what I want to do. There's just no concept of a camera just having its own position compared to Flight Sim. Like the camera, using the cameras in this sim is so frustrating compared to Microsoft. I think that's the biggest thing that's annoying the crap out of me today is the cameras, how bad they are. Like it's cool that you have like a mini chase plane you can turn on with the shift and whatever, but in Microsoft, the cameras work so much more realistic. Like they're so simple. You have a chase camera, it leaves it where you leave it. You have a drone camera, it leaves it where you leave it. And then you have your cockpit camera. You can easily glance. There's instrument camera presets in every plane. You can set custom cameras if you actually need to, which you shouldn't if the developer of the plane did their job. Yeah, I don't know. The camera system is so frustrating to use in this sim. I don't know how people deal with it. Clearly through mods, I guess, to make the absolute basic stuff work as you'd expect it to work. I don't know. Oh, man. God, that is so frustrating. My brain is just like overwhelmed with how bad that was with the cameras and everything. And then the TOD didn't work. The VNAV doesn't work. Like, I don't know how it didn't recalculate VNAV on final to just do the final VNAV descent to the FAF. That doesn't work. Maybe I should try the level up one, but people were saying this thing was incredible, and I have a lot of problems with this plane. At least unlike the first one I did off stream, the auto throttle worked. For some reason, it set me at like a 0.65 cruise auto throttle calculation. I have no idea why that happened. Maybe it was an EFB thing. I'm not sure. Before Flight Sim 2020, they used lookup tables for what? Since 2020, it's much the same way as what's the same way? I don't know what we're talking about. The flight model? Oh. I'd be surprised if anybody making a plane had to make their own physics model. Like that's what the game developers do. I feel like they just tweak the parameters to make it feel, they basically calibrate it for the flight model. Default flight model in physics is more realistic to Flight Sim. To Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh God. I don't know why I force myself to fly this sim when it's like there are nice features in it, but overall it doesn't give me a happy experience. It doesn't make me glad that I played X-Plane usually when I play it. Overall, it makes me frustrated to play it. Doesn't Microsoft just buy their team and just they can add the things? Because Microsoft beats them in every way besides like the roads and runways. Maybe the ground lighting and the way I mean, they're handcrafted airports, so of course they're going to look better. If Microsoft handcrafted 100% of airports, then it wouldn't be a thing in X-Plane that's better. They just haven't handcrafted every airport yet. Maybe if they do the World Hub again, which was supposed to be that, like crowdsourcing, then it would check that box. Yeah, I think I'm too annoyed with this sim to play another flight. It's just too annoying. I'm going to go play some other games, I think. That was just overall an extremely frustrating experience between the cameras, that X camera mod that, oh God, I don't know how people use that. Between the plane's VNAV not working, the TOD didn't work, the VNAV on final didn't work. Maybe there's some user error in there, I don't know. But it's just so frustrating. I don't even want to play it again. Yikes. All right, I'm going to go chill out and play some other games that don't frustrate the crap out of me. Tomorrow, we're going to do the bird trek at 1 p.m. Pacific. So I put the event in Discord. Let's see if anybody's online. Oh, the marathon reveal this morning was incredible, by the way. God. Conti's online. I forgot to give Conti a shout out yesterday, but anyway, I can go hang out with him. What's he doing? He's doing X-Plane 12. Somehow he can deal with it and I can't. All right, I'm going to go try to chill out. That was extremely frustrating. GG's. Thanks for listening to my TED rant. Microsoft Flight Sim for the win. All right, guys, I'll see you, I don't know, I guess tomorrow. I might be back on later tonight, but probably not. Probably tomorrow. GG. X-Plane, try to figure out how to make camera systems, please. They're horrible. Oh, horrible. Just make a chase camera that I can move and toggle between inside and outside. That'd be great. Please. All right. I'm out of here. See you.